What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. We got a new intro that's going to be coming with the sound and all that. So that'll be the last intro y'all will see. But we have a special guest backstage. We have a full show. We have none other, Jess Shupeir backstage. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
I'm happy that you're here. Now, for the people that don't know you, because the main question we get when we get a guest, what does she do? Who is she? So,
Right.
What do you do? I did see you on TikTok. You have a social media following. So, what do you do?
Well, I do multiple things. I have multiple businesses, and people may say, "Well, why you do this and do that?" But I am a hairstylist. I've been a hairstylist for over 20-some years. A celebrity hairstylist. I'm resigned here in Atlanta. I have a book out called Putting It All on Paper. So I'm an author, and I have been in a couple of films that you can see on Tubi TV. And also I have a purse collection that I just recently launched called Pink Triangle.
Yeah, so I want to get into you being a celebrity hairstylist. I got a lot of people that say that, but they ain't working on no celebrity. They working on Shaquita from the block, Pookie and Ray Ray from the block, no celebrity. So who have you worked with that you can talk about that you have done their hair?
I have done Lauren. I have done the Taylor Girls. I have done CeeLo Green. I have done a couple of NFL players like Dwayne Bowe. That's when I first started it. And a couple of more. I have done Rick and Sasha. That's on the radio station. Trying to think who else.
Okay, because she's not. I know
people
you
calling.
Yeah, did you put it on Do Not Disturb?
I need to. I'm trying to. I don't even know how to do all that.
Oh, you don't know. Okay.
Oh, I got it.
Okay. So we can get through it. So
right.
You said you did Lauryn Hill's hair, right?
No, Lauren Speed.
Oh,
she
Lauren
was
Speed.
On.
Okay.
Love is Blind.
Oh, Love is Blind. Okay. Because I was going to ask you, was Lauryn Hill on time when you had to do her hair? Okay. Now, you said you do movies on Tubi. Now, I'm not going to throw shade at Tubi, but they're saying that it's low budget. I mean, they always be posting like the low budget stuff about Tubi, but take us back for your experience being on Tubi. Do you think it's low budget, or you think it's just another form of entertainment?
I think it's another form of entertainment. And actually, the film went to theaters, so it was in certain locations. And then it was also on Amazon Prime. And then later on, it was also on Vudu too. So later on, when Tubi started getting popular, it was on there. So I've been on there for a little while now.
Wow. So what did you do when you were on Tubi? You was playing a hairstylist or
no. I had the lead role also with Clifton Powers. It's called Flowers, and Travis Keir, who's also in Oval, and I did David. So it's like 3 films on it that I'm on.
Wow.
But I did roles. Yeah. No. Yeah.
So you're an actress.
An actress, yes.
Yeah. So have you ever done a sex scene?
It's a sex scene in there.
Oh my God!
So you get to see me in lingerie. And
wow! So I don't know if you have a man or something. Like, do you have to explain it to your significant other? Like, hey, babe, I got to do this sex scene. Like, how does that conversation go?
It went perfectly.
Okay.
There was no issue.
No issue at all. So you was in a lingerie and all of that. Okay. So you a boss all the way around. You're an actress. You do hair. So I want to say, like, what is your passion? Is it just hair, or do you prefer to be an actress?
I prefer to be an actress.
Okay.
After, doing hair for such a long time, like the industry has changed it changed a lot. So it's just now, far as trying to do hair, like my love for it is just kind of like it's leaving.
Yes, because how long you've been doing it for years for hair, right?
Right. So I have seen the transition over time, how hairstylists at one point we were very well respected. Now I don't feel as though we're being respected like we should. And
I see something in the hair business that a lot of people got Tay, Jonathan, they're putting on these wigs. Does that take away from you being a hairstylist doing the old school way, or is helping the industry? Because I see a lot of women now, they just want to put on a wig and put the baby hair, and I don't see you with the baby hair.
Right.
Do you think like that is making the industry bad, or is
it
industry?
yes. Yes, I definitely agree that it did change the game. In a sense, it was good, but over time they just kind of oversaturated the industry with wigs that is not even funny anymore. And the thing is, now a lot of the clients, they can put the wig on themselves. So it's kind of hurting the style as far as making money because clients are doing their own hair and they don't, they can just pay for the wig. They don't have to pay for the service. So I feel like it has changed a lot.
Yeah, because I'm like, can we just retire the baby hair thing? Because everybody looked the same.
Right.
I seeing in there and it also has to be challenging with your clients don't want to pay your price too.
Right.
Try to be cheaper. Have you ever experienced that where you want to charge $300 and they say I only got 100? Have you ever experienced
that? I have experienced that. I have experienced a client, she came and got her hair done and never paid.
Wow.
So I have been in every situation you could possibly think of, from being disrespected, from not being tipped, just like little things that show that you're not appreciated in this hair industry. So
how do you handle, because you are a beautiful woman in this business, in a male dominated business, how do you handle when a guy want to try to flirt with you and try to date you? How do you get away from those type of advances? Do you play into it, or they don't play with you at all?
First, I have to see what type of guy I'm dealing with.
Okay.
If he's more aggressive, I kind of like, ease off, because you just cannot snatch your head out of line mouth. Okay. So you definitely have to know who you're dealing with before you kind of reject them, because some people can't handle rejection. And being that I can go out every day, and I'm not saying I'm all of that. My hair could be sticking on top of my head. A guy's going to approach me and, try to ask for my number. But like I said, depending on the situation, depending on the type of guy that I'm dealing with, I kind of like, ease off easily, or I'm like, no, thank you. Cute. It's flattering without hurting their feelings. Because a lot of guys, some of them, they're like, why you got an attitude? Like, I don't have an attitude. Or I just say I'm in a relationship knowing I'm not.
So if you had the opportunity to work with Drake and okay, I want to make sure, if you had the opportunity to work with Drake and Drake tried to ask you, out for dinner and ask for your number, would you give Drake a chance?
Drake the rapper?
Drake the rapper.
Why you chose Drake out of all people?
I just
ain't gonna lie,
because he's for the streets.
Drake, the good thing about Drake has he looks nice now. The old Drake, I would have like, no, thank you. But I like the beard. He has gained a little bit of weight. And
yes.
Yeah, he got a little sweat. He look fine now. Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't know your type. I don't know if you like the baby. I don't know if you like Soulja Boy. I don't know like your type. So that's why I say, let me just name Drake.
I love Trey Songz.
Oh, Trey Songz.
Oh my God. And I actually met him like years ago, like 6 years ago. I kept telling my clients, I'm gonna meet Trey Songz. I'm gonna meet Trey. And I end up meeting him. One of my girlfriends called me and was like, hey, Trey Songz, because he had a private dinner here in Atlanta. And I swear I got ready in less than 20 minutes and was there in 20 minutes.
So he didn't try to like take advantage of you?
No, he didn't try. He looked at me because he was leaving. So he had like an interview with the radio station, and the girls, they were able to have breakfast at that time. I was, invited. I didn't have the breakfast part with him. But towards the end, when he was leaving, he was kind of like greeting his fans. And when he came to me, he looked at me. He pushed me back, like he took a double look. He pulled me back in and kissed me on my cheek. And I was just like, oh, Trey Songz.
Did you hear the rumors about Trey Songz that he is a rapist? Do you believe those allegations to be true?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I would hope not. Because, but as an artist, I just love his music. Like the personal life, I don't know. I'm not there. And I just definitely hope that's not that's not him.
Yeah, because this music, like Neighbors on My Name, other songs is out there. He's an incredible art. I think he needs to get back into making music.
Right.
In my opinion. I want to take us back when you on the social media piece, because you do hair, you're an actress.
Right.
Do
And
you
I
like
separate everything. So when you do go on my personal page, you'll see some of the things on there, but I kind of just separate everything.
separate your business from your personal?
Right. Because people
Okay.
like, do you still do hair? Or you like, and then they were like, you everywhere. I say no. I was like, millionaires have multiple streams of income.
Absolutely. Oh,
So
absolutely.
right. So I have multiple streams of income. I'm a single parent. I have 2 daughters that I have to take care of. I have to pay bills just like anybody else, who's out here surviving. So I just, have multiple incomes coming in. So if one is not doing what it's supposed to do, I have another one.
So I want to ask you on TikTok, do you like the social media thing on TikTok or no? Because I see some of your stuff on social media. Uh, are you very active on TikTok where you post like
But
weekly or is it every once in a while?
no, with TikTok, I just actually started. Instagram,
Okay.
I'm more active.
You're more active on
Yeah,
Instagram.
I have 70,000 followers.
Yeah, you have 70
So
something.
I get more attention on Instagram because I am more active. I just kind of started TikTok towards the end of last year.
Okay.
So I'm getting the feel of it. Like I have spoke to other TikTokers who have, a big following. They was like, you gotta have themes. So I'm just kind of learning TikTok. And I think once I get a hold of it, I'll start building more followers.
Yeah, I think like you doing the acting, acting monologues, what I'm saying? Having Trey Songz, having somebody that look like Trey Songz, y'all flirt on TikTok, y'all do a dance to TikTok. You get some lingerie dance to TikTok. I mean, that's how you get noticed and get followers over there on TikTok. I think it would be interesting. I want to ask you in this, this business, do you feel like because I see that Monique finally got her career back, but do you feel like black actresses still get underpaid? Because when I look at the statistics, I was looking at Angela Bassett. They said she's the highest paid black woman on television, but just not the high. But when you look at her women counterparts in the same industry, they get paid twice as much she's getting paid. So is that still a thing in Hollywood? Actresses not getting paid fairly?
I think we don't get the credit that we deserve. I definitely, and you hear a lot of them that they finally get the recognition at the age of 50, 60, and they have been in the game for years. So I think it's more harder for us, but I do think we're definitely making statements. We're definitely making our presence known. So as far as the treatment, I think we're still going through that, but it's totally different now than it was back then.
Yes. And so for the people that are joining us, we have an amazing, you are a hairstylist, okay, actress, and a social media influencer.
Yes.
Everything. I could see you playing in a Tyler Perry movie.
Yes, I can see that too.
I can see that. And it's going to happen for you. It's definitely going to happen for you. I love the fact that, and when we communicated, when I asked you to come on the show, you're very detailed with questions of who are you, what your show is about. Very, very detailed. I love that about you because and that's you're not just thirsty for clout. You want to make sure who are you, what you're about,
I want to
make purpose.
Is the platform that I'm on.
Absolutely.
And
I love that about you. You was like very detailed and very professional and on time.
That's me in general. Like, I guess that comes from being, a businesswoman. Like, you want to know what is what, and you just want to know everything about it. And that was my approach to you. I want to know who you are. You want to know who I was.
Yes. And I love the fact you was on time. You said because I forgot we on different. Where you based out? What city?
And I'm in Atlanta.
You in Atlanta,
Georgia.
You on the East Coast. So you said 7:30. I'm thinking it's about 7:30 my time. But thank God I'm just always ready. And you popped up. I was like, oh wow, she already here. I'm listening to my gospel music, trying to get all ready for my service on Sunday. Hey, you already here, ready to go. I'm ready. And you came here on time. So I love that about you in this business because people don't forget how they may forget your name and all of that. Maya Angelou said, but you would never forget how they made you feel. So that made me feel good that you showed up to my platform on time. I want to also ask you in this business, can you see yourself dating another actor like Michael B. Jordan? Can you see yourself dating somebody in the same business as you?
Yes, I
Okay.
think that is very, very healthy to be in a relationship where you both are going in the same direction. And I want to say Michael B. Jordan because my best friend loves Lena Brumman, loves Michael B. Jordan. But honestly, I don't see myself with any, celebrity. I don't know what God has, but
Okay.
I just want whoever God has for me and
Absolutely.
who I am, and most importantly, we have a friendship. So
Absolutely. I
yeah,
love
that's,
that.
that's where my mindset in right now. I'm kind of just focusing on doing what I need to do for myself. Like I have worked extremely hard on my purse line, and worked extremely hard on my book because my book is all over in Walmart, Barnes and Nobles, books and so it's just like stuff like that. I just been kind of just focusing on who I need to be and what I need to, my whole purpose and whatever God has me to do, I need to be there to do it.
I want in this you in Atlanta,
Yes, we jumping over here.
and the men there in Atlanta, they jump on a lot of men. So so it's kind of hard finding a heterosexual man in Atlanta. It's
Right.
kind of hard finding a real heterosexual man in the world, right?
Right.
They exist, but they is on decline. So would you be
I
open?
don't believe in it.
You don't believe in that?
No, like women always say, I don't see any men. Are you going where men hang out?
Okay.
It's men. I hear it all the time. It may not be a man that the little muscular guy, whatever, but there are men out here. And if women really pay attention, you probably can help that man look like the man you want anyway. He may be a little chubby, but take his behind to the gym. You may want a beard. Tell him to grow his beard. Like it's just like little stuff. Women want a perfect guy, and you're not gonna find no perfect guy.
Absolutely. But
No.
I want to know, would you be open to dating a bisexual man? Or you just want him to be heterosexual completely?
Nah, I don't different spirits. I'm just saying no.
Okay, I just want to
Nothing
make sure.
personal against anybody preference, but as for Shupeir, nah.
Wait, so Shupeir, for your personal preference, I remember a female were talking to me and we were dating. She said, "You obese and you need to hit the gym." And everything did I've been at the gym. I'm glad that she was honest.
Right.
And I keep me mad because I was obese. And I looked at it and my doctor confirmed it and she didn't lie. You are obese. And I'm like, okay. So I'm daily walking and eating, not fried, anything like that. So you're right about that because women, even in the Holy Scripture, it said life and death is in the power of the tongue.
Yeah,
right. You know what I'm saying?
You're wrong. It's death.
Death and life. I'm sorry. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. Yes.
Right.
So I love a woman that is honest.
Right.
If you don't find me attractive, you think I'm obese, but that goes both ways. If you obese and all of that, I should be able to be honest to tell you. And that's how it could be better so you can find that right person. And I agree with what you said. There's no such thing as a perfect man, but you can get some of the things off your list if you communicate with that type of guy. Because he might be not that on your list, like with a body or with, you know what I'm saying, with good credit, but that's something that you can kind of work on.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? But I think that in society, we just want, a lot of women want a guy with the six-pack, the 850 credit score, millions of dollars in the bank. And I have my uncle, when he started to date my aunt, he was literally a drug addict. He was trying to get into recovery. Now he's a bishop. My auntie never had to work. Right. She never had to pay a bill.
Right.
So that still exists. I just think like in today's age, we need to detox from social media and that idea of a perfect
world.
Perfect world.
It's not. Definitely not. And you know what? A lot of women have to understand when you're Prince Charming, you're gonna build your Prince Charming. Because the most I say, either a woman is gonna build her man or build right into his bones. So a man, he has the vision, but we help birth it. So if you're helping birth something, you gotta nurture it, and God made us nurturers. If you don't help nurture that man, and not only that, women, I'm not gonna say all women, but a lot of women, when they meet a guy, automatically they don't married him, they don't have children with him, they don't put him in the house with him. And instead of doing all that, they don't listen to him. If that guy tells you he wants this, don't try to read in between the lines. It is what it is. And not only that, if you're trying to get into a relationship and don't build that friendship with that guy, you would never understand him and he would never understand you. So therefore, y'all guys, it's gonna be all cute in the beginning, and you're gonna compromise, but you're gonna compromise with things that you don't even want. And then you're going to get angry as a woman because you want him to change, and he was who he was from the very beginning. So I tell a lot of women, stop being in such a rush to be in a relationship with a guy when you should get to know him. You will know if he's broken. You will know if he has insecurity issues. You will know if he's have low self-esteem, if he has a weakness. And once you start learning those things, then you'll be able to help build him, and he won't be rotten to his bones.
I love that. And I know some women gonna hear you. I ain't building no man. I don't know what she talking about. He better be already complete when he
they be quick. I'm build a bear. No. I mean, because women, they always ask, like, I get a lot of clients, and I have helped a lot of women with their relationships. They would have a situation. I say, nah, calm down. First of all, stop fussing. Hear him. When you're soft, listen, men want 3 things, and you can tell me if I'm wrong: money, food, and sex.
Absolutely. That's true.
Right?
Money, food, and sex.
All this extra stuff, they don't even care if you got makeup on, your hair done,
money,
you got
food,
money. They don't care about that.
That's right. You're right about that.
At all. And not only that, they also care about peace. If you're not bringing him peace, a man is going to go where his heart is, not where his dick is landing.
Oh.
If his heart is with another woman, eventually he's going to leave you and go where his heart is and go where his peace is at. Tell me if I'm wrong.
You're not lying. I love a peaceful. I don't love toxic. You cuss me out, draining me. Like, no, I got to cut you off immediately. So, and they out there in the chat, they're calling you Kevinisha Samuels.
I mean, I like you doing all this cussing, and men don't want to hear. It goes over their head. They don't hear all that. But when you were like, baby, what's wrong? And you rub on them, because you need to be you're feminine. You need to show your feminine side and not trying to be all tough and masculine. Let him be the man and you be the woman.
Because for me, I cannot stand a masculine woman. And let me explain, like that boss, I'll make the money, like that aggressiveness, because I can't compete when you're trying to do my job.
Right.
God ordained me to be. He ordained me to be the head. He ordained me to lead. He ordained me to be the masculine one. If you come with the masculine energy, we just ain't gonna match. Because I just got, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of women, I think it comes from just years of being single, of being with no good men, and they get into school, they run these Fortune 500 companies, run their own businesses. They bring that energy from the workplace to the bedroom, and that ain't gonna work with your man.
No.
It's just not gonna work unless he's just a weak man, don't care, just living up on you for your money. But a man that's a man and that got a standards, it ain't gonna work. It's just not gonna work at all.
I feel like it's a time and a place for that. If you and your man, and I'm speaking for my women, if you and your man got an issue going on, don't check him in front of whoever. Y'all do that in a private setting, and then you talk. You don't say, I need to talk to you. Say, I need to chat. We need to chat. We need to sit down. We need to talk. And then you got to make sure when you do it, it's at the right time.
Facts.
You can't talk to him if he's already frustrated about something, because he's not going to hear what you say. Men are visual. Absolutely. So if that situation happens, you probably have to wait till he decompress, he calms down, feed him, get him nice and full, and then say, babe, I need to talk to you. And you be gentle with it. And don't be pointing all the time, because you got 3 fingers pointing back at you. Because it's a lot of shit women, excuse my friend, they have, and they don't see themselves, and they look at the man and they tell him about his stink funky garbage, but they don't ever talk about theirs. And when you do converse with each other, don't always make it about it's we.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I love the fact because you're single by choice.
Yes.
You're beautiful. You
Mhm.
can be what you can have a man. I mean, come on.
Mhm.
What is stopping you from taking that step and to taking dating serious? Is it your career? Because I know you said you're working. So is it your career or
Well, I do
have a
date. I,
preference?
I do date. I
Okay.
don't. I do believe a woman should keep a man around her. It
Okay.
keeps you updated because some women are so single and they're just always by themselves that then when they finally get into the dating scene, they catch anxiety. They don't really know how to converse. Like they feel awkward. They do too much or they don't do enough. Like I think if you just constantly keep a man, you don't have to actually go on a date, but kind of converse from time to time. Keep them around.
Oh
You
yes.
won't feel so awkward when you finally get into a relationship or start really wanting to be serious with somebody.
Okay. I want to ask you in the next 10 years, what do you want to do in your career? What do you want to be in your career in the next 10 years from now?
Successful. I want what I'm starting now. I want it to grow. I want it if it if God has me to do something else, whatever I'm doing, I want to say, you know what, I did my best. I didn't stop it. It's not unfinished. Everything that I've touched, I want to finish it, complete it. I definitely want to be in a healthy marriage, have grandchildren, hopefully. But overall, just being, really happy and
And would you be open to having more children or you're done for that?
I would have one more
One more.
with my husband.
With your
I'm not,
husband.
I'm not doing a baby mama. I've done that. I surpassed that. I am good. But
Okay.
to really have a healthy marriage and make a baby out of love.
Out of love.
Just out of love.
Out of
Like,
love. Out of love.
yeah.
Wow.
Let's make love.
Yes.
Like the very, very, very first time. Yeah, that's what I want.
So,
Listen, you cannot have sex and not have fun.
yes,
I don't care what nobody
absolutely.
say. Start letting people better take it a little slow, baby.
I tell it. You
Take it a
teaching
little slow,
Shupeir.
slow it
You is a prophetess. You is teaching.
right. Sure, I
You
want to enjoy when I have relations.
yes, you want to enjoy. You want to have fun. You know what
I
I'm saying?
want him to say that was the best.
They're the best ever. Yes, I'm. You're preaching and you're helping someone that is single and they have issues and problems trying to find a man. And it's good that you are talking to women and
Right.
you act and you let them know what a man look for. And as a man, I agree with you because
Right.
you're speaking facts.
Yeah.
We're almost at okay. My last question
Okay.
is who or what movie or director that you have not worked with that you would like to work with?
I am a big Marvel fan.
Okay, Marvel.
I'm, I'm a big Bad Boys fan. What's his name? Mike. Oh, what's that guy name? He directed Bad Boys and Transformers. Like I like action movies like that. I would love to be in a movie like that and for Angela Bassett to play my mother.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
I would love cause I'm athletic, so I play basketball, like, and I still can play, and so
Wow.
and I work out and stuff like that. So I would love to be mainstream. Don't get me wrong, I love Tyler Perry. He is doing his thing. I'm super proud of him.
And you're talking about Michael Bay.
I think Michael Bay. Yes, I know it was Michael. Yeah, Mike. I
Yes.
love his directness. Oh my God, I love him.
Yes.
Like I am a huge, 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 huge fan. I love the camera, how he just rotates everything, how he catches
Yes.
shots, how because they're so impactful. Like, and I'm like, and to this day I watch them, and it's like I watched that movie for the very first time.
Oh yes, I want to say thank you. I shared on your social media, and when you do get there, because it's going to happen
Yeah.
for you because you have the passion.
And I want to show you the.
Oh yes, let me put the camera on so you. There we go. Short. Okay,
Yes.
Yes. Now, what is that? That's your
Pink
product,
Triangle
your
collection.
purse.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I brought my book.
Your book. Okay, put
And
it to
it's
the camera.
hardcover.
Put it to the camera so they can see it. Can you put your book to the camera? Hold on one second. I want to make sure that she have her book.
Yes, I know all my friends are calling because we have to go see the
Oh
book.
yeah, go because you have an event to go to. You
Yes, my
got friends.
film party's up in Atlanta, so I'm super.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm glad you always, and I'm so glad that we were able to do. So thank you for taking time out of your day, your
Yes.
busy schedule to do the Wiley Show. And when you do get on Bad Boys or Marvel film,
Right.
that's for your mom. Come on back to the Wiley Show.
You know I will. And I just want to tell everybody, thank you for even watching. I send blessings. I send good energy. And my women, you guys, you can do it. I'm telling you. And if you're single, somebody gonna come. Just believe and definitely put God first.
And I want to make sure the name of your book again, because they asked
is putting it all on paper. And you just type in Shupeir Jones. You can find it anywhere. It's in Barnes and Nobles. It's on Amazon. Books A Million, Target, Walmart. You can find it. And my Pink Triangle collection, you can find it at pinktrianglecollections.com. And if you go on my social page, everything is up there where you can find it. And my book is about my life. It's a memoir. I get people to put their untold stories on paper because some people don't know how to verbally express themselves. So I talk about my juicy stories first, and I get others to do the same. So I leave a little section in the back of the book so you can start writing.
Yes. Now put the book up to the cover to the screen so they can see.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, perfect. So they could definitely see. Yes. Yeah. And your last name is Jones.
Jones. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it. So y'all make sure y'all get that book. I'm gonna post it in the chat as well. And of course, I'm gonna share it. And I'm gonna read it because I love to read.
Oh yeah. When I tell you it's a page turner.
Yeah,
it really is. It's a page, and I'm not just saying it like you can even read the reviews. Like it is a page turner. Like so, right now I am writing my second book because it's a continuation to the first book. I stopped at the age of 18, and so now I'm continuing to write about my adult, experiences. So I get a chit chat about that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna purchase your book. I'm gonna go to Barnes and Noble tonight. Online, I'm gonna print your book, and I'm gonna make sure y'all follow me and do that as well because I'm always about supporting Black entrepreneurship, Black authors. Because I don't like when people say we don't support each other enough, and I don't want to be part of the complaining class. I want to be a part of the solution class and say I'm not going to be one of those African Americans. I'm gonna bring African Americans on my show and actually support them as well. So,
and I appreciate that. And anybody else who decides to get my book, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you too, and definitely take pictures. I will post you.
Yeah, I'm
write
definitely
me, talk to me, ask me questions. I am not one of those.
And you're not. And she asks questions back if you try to collaborate. Who are you? What time? What's your show about? This and that. Right or not? I'm like, all right.
That is me all day, but definitely love you all, and follow me on Instagram so we can, become friends. I follow back.
Yeah, so I'm gonna post the X for your IG. So I'm gonna post the IG in the comments as well, so they can have them just post the link directly in the chat, so they can have your IG. So I'm about to drop that right now, you guys. So make sure y'all go follow her right now on IG. And that was the IG you was communicating me with, so we have the right one.
Right, it's Jess Shupeir.
Okay, I have that Jess Shupeir. Yes. Yeah. So make sure y'all go follow her. Thank you. And I'm going to share your segment tomorrow, and I'm going to tag you and everything. So
please, thank you, so I can show everybody. Because I really, really enjoyed you. I love being on shows with good energy. I
love it. And you asked all the questions, and you was able to school me on the scripture and all of this. And about I love it.
I pray. One thing my friends can tell you about me, I will pray for you quick.
Absolutely, I love that.
Let's go talk to the Lord about this.
I love a praying woman.
Come on, somebody, shut it up.
Yeah.
I need you to stand to your feet. Hey. Let me start. I'm such a character.
Yeah, I love you. I'm a character too. You know, one day I'm talking about Cardi B. Next thing I'm thinking I'm Bishop T.D. Jakes preaching. So.
Hello. Look, they call me. What's her name? Juanita Bynum.
Oh, Juanita Bynum. Okay, because
yeah.
you do got that evangelist in you.
Yeah. Oh, listen. When I minister, I have ministered a couple of times at a women's conference.
Wow.
And baby, they be standing. I'm telling you, when that anointing hit me, I'll be a whole nother one.
Oh, I know how they hit you. I'm like,
right.
I feel like you was really preaching. I'm like, let's raise our offering.
Yes, put my cash app in the DM and stuff.
Yes.
Yes, but thank you for having me.
Thank you so very much, Queen. Thank you, Shupeir, and I wish you well and all your.
And you too. I wish.
Thank you.
The same. Like I send blessings your way. I ask that
I
open up those heavenly windows for you, open up doors that no man can close and close doors that no man can open. I ask that this what they're watching right now will touch people hard, that they will be intrigued, that they will want to know more about your show. And I just, for the people that's coming after me, I ask that it continue to open up doors so this whole show manifests into something great. Well, I want to just say thank you, Lord, for having me on here.
Love you. Thank you, sister. Bye-bye. Oh wow, that was so wonderful having her on the show. She was I was following her on IG, and she was beautiful. So I go to her IG page, beautiful, and so I want to interview. I didn't even know what she did until like after I'll be here for the chat. Yes, thank you, Yvette says thank you. So I didn't even know for that super stick. I didn't even know what she did. She was just beautiful, and so it caught my eye. And so I reached out to her and said, "I want to interview you." I don't even know what she did, but the beauty, it just enticed me, and I hit that DM. Just go down in the DM. And so I said, I want you on my show. I didn't even know what she did. And so after I Googled her and I researched her and I said, oh my God, she actually is an author. She's a hairstylist, celebrity hairstylist, all these things. I'm like, you have to come on the show, right? And look at the conversation that we had. True beauty. All right, I love that. And she's athletic. She was teaching in Granada, so we definitely will bring her back, and I'm definitely going to get her book, and I'm going to read her book and bring her back on the show. So let's follow gears. I did get a follow back. Okay. I did. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. All right. Oh, I didn't follow you, my love. Hit me back and I'll follow you, Nick. Hit me back right now and I'm going to follow you back on Instagram, okay? I don't mind. Hit me back because you did meet me in person. So hit me back and I'll follow you back. Don't charge it to my don't charge it to my heart. Charge it to my mind because I have a lot of things that be going on. So you have to keep responding. I will follow you back, okay? Now we have a full show to do. And we started the show early because Shupeir, Jess Shupeir actually had an event to go to. So I didn't know that she was going to come on the show early. I'm thinking that we was going to do the show at 7:30 my time. And I didn't ask her what city she was. So that was me. But I was already ready. I washed my face, brushed my teeth, put on my Malcolm X, hoodie. And I was ready. I was listening to Open the Floodgates of Heaven. Let it rain. Let it rain. I was listening to that. Open the floodgates of heaven. Let it rain. Let it rain. So I was listening to that. And so she just caught me because I was preparing for the show, listening to gospel music, and she hit the link, and I had to go right back into the Wiley Show character. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead on to that. And you already know without time to say, let's open the floodgates. So that's an old one, but goodie. Okay, it got a Prince. Okay. It got like a Prince sound to it, right? I love it. So yes, okay. So we got to get into these topics. We don't have a long, lengthy show today because she showed up, and so before I was able to put a lot of the things in the docket, Sis showed up and she wanted to get me to bring her on for interview. So we are here. So give me a second. Bear with me, you guys. So I was in there in the mode because I'm asking my followers to join me on Friday. We're doing a prayer call on Friday at 6. So I'm asking tomorrow if you can go on the fast. I don't care if you drink. You can drink a little water, just some water. But let's go on a fast from noon. Let's go to a fast from noon to 6 p.m. So I know some of y'all have to take medication. I understand that. So if you're not comfortable and you say, hey, Wiley, I can't go on a fast from noon to 6. For me, I'm not going to eat or drink from noon to 6. I'm going to go on a fast because we're doing a prayer call at 6 p.m. And so anybody that want to join me and say, hey, Wiley, I want to join you in that fast when I'm not eating or drinking from noon to 6 p.m. We're going to meditate, pray. Things are going on in this world. So I want to start this on our show where we get to the point where we are fasting and praying, because in the scripture it said fasting and praying equals good results. So we are starting that. And so if you say, hey, Wiley, I want to join you in prayer on a fast, and we're asking you from noon to 6 p.m. If you want to join us, and no eating and drinking. And if you can't do it, if you just want to drink some latte, we're asking that you pray every hour. At 12 o'clock, you pray. At 1 o'clock, you pray. 2 o'clock, you pray. And then our prayer call for our members and our Patreon is actually going to be at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Is when 5 or 6 p.m. And so we have put it out there. We're going to do a prayer. So put your prayer requests after there and as well. And we're doing a prayer. We're doing a fast. So if you want to join that prayer for us, you can hit the membership for $4.99, and you can hit the Patreon as well, where you can pledge and come on. And you say, hey, Wiley, can you pray for this family? Where we're going to go into prayer. And we asking God to do something for our lives. And so we are definitely going to be doing that on these social media streets. And also on Sunday, we're going to do a Sunday service. So we're looking for a musician, a keyboard player, only a keyboard player, for about an hour service, 45 minutes to an hour. So if you know anybody in the Dallas DFW area that play the keyboard, we're looking for a musician to play for it. If we don't get one for Sunday, that's fine. But if you know somebody that play the keyboard that can commit for just a 1 hour, it really ain't gonna be 1 hour, like 30 minutes to 45 minutes, probably less than that, to come into the service. So we definitely are looking for that. Okay, so again, on tomorrow from noon to 6 p.m., no eating or drinking. If you can do that as well. And if you want to join in on that, and if you want to say, hey, Wiley, I want to join in on that prayer, on that fast, it is needed. And ever since we started this trend, God has been doing wonderful and awesome things in our lives. And I personally would like to thank the viewers, because God truly have been blessing us, and we're starting this trend. Not only a trend, this is our livelihood. And so I want to thank people for that. And if you don't understand that when you pray, God hear your prayers. And when people say, Wiley, God haven't heard me in a long time, so go on a fast and read your scripture and detox from people, and go on a walk and just talk to God and just have a conversation and say, Lord, I'm dealing with this. I need guidance in this situation, and watch God do marvelous things for you. And don't worry about the naysayers, and have a prayer life with God, and unplug for negativity. Like I started a gym membership. I go to the gym membership. I go to the gym and I work out and I listen to music, and I see God doing tremendously great things for my life. And I love the fact that not only he's doing these great things for my life, I'm able to share it with an audience. and I'm able to share with people right here in this chat that show me nothing but love, and they come in the chat and they say, hey, this is definitely great. So we're doing a prayer call, and then we're going on a fast, and then on Sunday we're going to do a service. It's not going to be a long, lengthy service, because I don't believe that we're going to be doing a long, lengthy service. But whatever, how God take the service, we just go with it. But it's going to be a nice, enjoyable service. And of course, we still be talking about celebrity gossip and all of that. It still will be a show. But before we get into our celebrity gossip, we do our Sunday service first, and then we're gonna go into our trending news and trending topics, whatever the topics is of it for that particular day, because the enemy is busy. And so when the enemy gets busy, God's people must get busier, if that's a word. We must get in and pray that God intervene on some situations, because things have been going on out here in these YouTube streets. And I said, this is a nice fast, and prayer will help us in this situation. And you want to join us in prayer and all of that. And I want to see that and say, Wiley, I'm going to get into this prayer, this fast, and do this, because anytime someone come in and they said they have been violated, and we don't really know who did what and all of that, that's where prayer come in and watch God move. And so that's why we're in that type of situation. So again, on Friday from noon to 6, no eating or drinking. If you can join and say, I want to join that fast with you. For those that automatically saying you can't do the fast, you say, hey, while I can just drink some tea from 12 to 6, and I want, I'm pushing the plate back, you can join that as well. So we definitely are doing that, and for our people, and I love that you all are here with us. And I definitely want to give a special shout out to Shupeir, for Shupeir Jones, for coming on our show and showing us love, because God have just been bringing people on, because on the show, and they're coming on, and they're not giving me the runaround. Because my prayer is, Lord, every person that I ask to come on my show, that they come on my show. That is no type of the runaround. And if I hit them directly and say, hey, can you come on the Wiley Show? And they say, brother, what time? Yes, 7:30. I'm there at 7:30. So I want to get back into that, you know what I'm saying? The prayer, Lord, say, Lord, everybody that I reach out to, whether they are mainstream or no stream or up and coming, that they say, brother, I do your show. And so that is my prayer. And God definitely been answering my prayers and all of that. And I thank God for all of that, and for coming in and for sharing love and sharing support. And ever since, you've been seeing guests coming on our show and showing love. Like they have been literally coming on our show for these past couple of episodes, have been coming on our show. We had Auntie Hammy on our show yesterday, and I didn't think that, me and Auntie Hammy, it would have been an episode between us, because in the past, me and Auntie Hammy, we had our issues. But that sister said, she followed me on Twitter. She said, Wiley, yes, I will come on to your show. Okay? Yes. And she came on and she put on a show. And somebody actually tagged me on what she posted. Tagged me on what she said. And she reposted. I posted on TikTok. I said, wow, look is what God is doing for us. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, let's talk about Young Thug. Now, this the man was wearing dresses and all that type of stuff. And I'm a fan of Young Thug. I think Young Thug and Chris Brown made a song. And I think they made a record together. So it's an issue that's been going on with Young Thug. This case is so weird to me. I think it's like the RICO charges they're trying to charge him with. So this is the YSL trial. And I want to read this on the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. They have a headline, and someone reached out to me to talk about it. The headline reads, YSL trial. Marijuana hidden in shoes. Other smuggled items delayed jury selection. 3 incidents of contraband began brought into the courtroom has delayed the already lengthy jury selection process in the YSL trial against Atlanta rapper Young Thug and more than a dozen other defendants. On Tuesday, a defendant mother was arrested after allegedly bringing tobacco products to her son in a bag of clothes, according to her arrest warrant. On Wednesday, another defendant was taken to Grady Memorial Hospital following a separate incident of contraband began brought into the court for a third consecutive day of court proceeding. Last week, Fulton County Chief Judge, Reid Glanville, said an unidentified person brought clothing to one of the defendants with marijuana hidden in the shoes. At a security checkpoint, some particular individual attempted to bring clothes for one of your clients, Glanville told defense attorneys. There was contraband found. The Fulton County Sheriff Office, which handles courthouse security, said in a statement that the court services deputies and staff members intercepted the clothing before the defendant received it. And according to the sheriff's office, no arrests were made in the incident. Only defense attorneys are allowed to bring in clothing for the defendants to wear. Since jury selection started, defendants have been wearing suits and dress shirts to court. On Tuesday, Glanville put defense attorney again on notice after someone allegedly tried to smuggle contraband to one of the defendants inside clothing. Glanville declined to say which defendant was involved at the time, but confirmed an arrest has been made and an investigation was underway. According to the affidavit obtained by Channel 2 Action News, attorney Doug Winston, who represented Damote Kendrick, told deputies he received a bag containing clothes from his client's mother. Winston also told deputies he received a text message from the mom of Kendrick's child stating she had placed a sealed envelope inside of a bag. Kendrick is an Atlanta rapper who performed using a stage name is a Yacht Gotti, is charged with multiple counts, including murder. Winston handed the bag to the Fulton County deputies, who searched the bag and found a white envelope with tobacco wrapped paper and tobacco products. According to the warrant, Kendra's mother was arrested on the 8th floor of the courthouse, charged with 1 count of criminal attempt to commit a misdemeanor, and released Wednesday on a $1,500 bond. According to the affidavit, Kendra's mother told deputies she didn't know what was inside the bag and simply handed it to Winston. A warrant was also issued issued against the mother of Kendra's child for criminal attempt with intent to commit a specific crime. Wednesday proceedings were delayed until Glanville announced that there have been a third incident of contraband discovered. Golly. The reason for the delay that we have yet another incident of an alleged contraband being introduced to our space. As a result of that, a subsequent investigation, one of our inmates unfortunately had to go to Grady Hospital, Glanville said before announcing the court will go into recess for the day. Glanville did not name the defendant who had to go to Grady, but did ask the attorney Shupeir to confirm her client could not be present. Call-in, I believe that's her name, call-in client is Mr. Adams, who is currently serving a life sentence in Hayes State Prison after he was convicted of murder in 2019. Adam is charged with conspiracy to violate the RICO Act attempted N-word, and 2 counts of participation in criminal street gang activity. Hearings cannot be held without all 14 defendants present in the courtroom, causing additional delays to jury selection. The sheriff's office said deputies stationed within the courtroom observed one of the defendants in possession of contraband, though the agency did not specify which defendant. Deputies quickly apprehended the detainee, and took the possession of the contraband and completed a search to ensure no more contraband was present. The sheriff's office said in a statement. The sheriff's office said the detainee now faced additional charges in connection to possession of contraband and resisting deputies doing an additional search. Adams was charged with possession of Schedule II controlled substance, 2 counts of willfully obstruction of law enforcement officers, possession of marijuana less than 1 ounce, possession of alcoholic beverage by an inmate. Co-defendants Mr. Ryan and Mr. Blylock were also charged under the same case number. Ryan was charged with unauthorized possession of prohibited item by inmate. Blylock was charged with obtaining give inmate prohibited item without authorization. All 3 had their first appearance during a lunch break in jury selection. All 3 was denied bond on the new charges. Jury selection is expected to continue for several weeks. And y'all keep saying free Young Thug, but the thugs that he hanging around still want to bring in contraband in court. How dumb can you be on trial for criminal behavior, and in the courthouse you are your family members is bringing in drugs, and one of the defendants' mama is bringing in drugs for her son? How dumb can you be? You getting charges and trying to bring contraband in for your people, but they're claiming that they're innocent? Thugs. And y'all said, free Young Thug, free Thug, free Young Thug, free him. Free him. Before they even get to the proceedings that he could defend his case, they commit crime. Before the jury gets to get in there and have jury selection, crime is being committed. I never seen nothing like that a day in my life. Maybe because I'm not a criminal and I don't really be in courtrooms like that, but I have been in the courtroom and I know not to bring no drugs because they search you. So before they even get to the trial, you got new charges. And Young Thug, this is the result of not coming out of that criminal spirit. When God gives you an opportunity to get into the music industry, you must come out of that criminal enterprise, because you got all that money coming in, and you got the po-po, you got 12 watching you, you got the feds watching you. So because you didn't get delivered out of that criminal behavior, out of that criminal enterprise, you brought allegedly that criminal mentality to the music industry, and now you stuck. And now you're going to be stuck there for even more weeks, because y'all is your counterparts, or you, I don't know, your people, because they ain't really know name all his name. Y'all still want to be committing all that crime. You must get delivered of that criminal spirit. You must get delivered of that. So now you stuck. So no, I'm not going to say free you when y'all bringing drugs into the courtroom. Come out of that criminal spirit. Young Thug, you are living up to your stage name. Do you hear what I'm saying? You supposed your defense attorney supposed to be they preparing for trial to get y'all off the drug, all the type of charges, and y'all commit more crime. Get it together, young thug. Maybe you need to sit in that type of prison so you can learn, and maybe you will never learn because it's hard for people to get delivered out of that criminal behavior. I have brothers, all they can't just stop committing crime. They can't stop it. Won't stop, can't stop. It's in a pause, it's in a essence. It's in a mind, they just can't stop. But young thug, I'm gonna keep listening to your music, but I don't know, player, you're gonna get up out of this. I don't know. I don't know that at all. But we gonna see y'all later. I had to talk about that. Shout out to the producers. Y'all sent the story to me, and I had to read, and this is my first time reading the article, and I said, wow, wow, wow. Whew. Another criminal, Mr. Alec Baldwin. He been charged with manslaughter. And we had a debate on 2 men and a lady. And I kept saying he committed a crime. And so the host, Larry Reid employee, and I think we had Katie talk, but Larry Reid employee was saying he ain't commit no crime. I said he committed a crime. And I said he committed a crime. So he was on set. It was a movie called Rush or something like that. It's like an old Russian movie. And he had his weapon, and the weapon went off weapon went off, and it deleted somebody's life on set. So of course he need to be charged and arrested. He committed a crime. I don't care if he committed no accident. If my mama is gone off your accident, that is negligence, criminal type of behavior. You got to be locked up. You can't say, well, I made a mistake. I made it, and my mama gone. Well, your mistake, you need to be locked up. Not only locked up, but civilly, millions of dollars. And then also you need to be in prison for about 65 years because a life was lost. Now, if she would have just got injured and was still able to go back to work, you're not going to understand. Give them 10 years. But since she is gone, she's deceased, he need to sit in prison for 65 years. And after 65-year sentence, then he could be up for parole. The family deserve justice. That's what he deserved, justice. How would you feel your mama on the set and she working the cameras and somebody into your mama life? You will want justice as well. Put yourself in that family shoes that they love one, their mother, their sister, their cousin, their aunt, their all that god sister on a movie set. You expected them to come home, but they gone because the lead actor discharged a weapon and they gone. Discharged the weapon and they gone. You will want some justice. So I'm gonna keep y'all updated. I may ask y'all to raise the money so we can get to that trial. And I don't know if he's gonna go to trial. And I would love to go there for that trial. All right. Okay, that was that. Now, Jason Lee and Cardi B, you guys, this case have been not case, but situation. Jason interviewed Cardi, and Cardi B had went on Jason Lee's show on Revolt, and millions of people tuned in to watch the show. And so Jason Lee, former mentee, Mr. Wiggins, criticized Jason Lee. Now, mind you, Mr. Wiggins said to me when he was in Paris, France, don't talk about Jason Lee's show. I ain't giving Jason Lee no clout. I would never talk about Jason Lee again. And then he talked about Jason. So I'm in the chat. I'm showing love in the chat. My people in the chat, hashtagging the Wiley Show. We all in that chat. We all up in there. He go up in the chat saying, I'm only here to support Cardi. So I had no choice but to go on his live because Jason responded to him. So I had to go and see what did Armand say. And he said that Jason, the interview was boring. Jason only talk about himself. Cardi B need to interview with somebody else. Jason, when he interview his friends, he don't know how to interview, etc. You know, etc., etc., etc. Like he asked tough questions. But anyway, he was just really going in. So Jason responded, and we posted it on our IG. And I posted on the IG, and I want to make sure I read it because he posted on the IG. I'm sorry, he posted on his Twitter, and of course, we everywhere, whether we remove or not. My people are going to send it to me. So Jason Lee said, P.S. I only take criticism from people who can land a Cardi B interview. LOL. And this is where Mr. Wiggins make himself look like a hypocrite and look very foolish. Because Mr. Wiggins, he take these stands and say, hey, I'm not going to talk about Jason Lee. I'm not going to talk about it. He told me private, not going to talk about it. Told his followers on his radio show, not going to talk about it. And then he talked about it. So you can't say that Jason is boring all of this. You say you weren't going to talk about him, but you're talking about him. But you mad because you didn't get the interview. And I tried to tell y'all that Mr. Wiggins is upset that he did not get the interview with Cardi B. Y'all, B&B squad, said, Wiley, you jealous? I said, not jealous. I'm stating facts. He is a Gemini, and he's in his feelings that Cardi B went to Jason and not him. Soon when that interview came out, he posted on his Twitter a sleepy emoji when the promo video came out, the trailer. He posted a sleepy emoji. He got dragged from the Jason Lee followers and Cardi B followers, and he deleted the post. And so when the interview dropped, he saw all of that traction that the Wiley Show was getting, and he wanted to jump in on the good time. And we disagree with his point strongly because A, Jason Lee did a good job. Jason Lee is in Hollywood. Jason Lee have a friendship and a relationship with Cardi B. So, of course, he's going to talk about his relationship with Cardi B. It's no different when Sherry Shepherd interviewed her friend. I don't know the actress name, her name. I think it's Rasha or Rocky, but I know she played Tasha Mack. So when she had Tasha Mack on the Sherry Shepherd show, Sherry said, you remember we went to the strip club? You remember we was talking to Common? You remember we went here? Remember we was drinking? Remember we did all that? Of course, she's going to talk about their personal rapport. I didn't see Sherry getting dragged. Sherry, why you making an interview about you and what y'all did? Wendy Robinson. Yes. So when she had Wendy Robinson, thank you, producers. That's what we call y'all producers. Both these people, nigga, I don't know all their names. So when she had Miss Wendy Robinson, Sherry started to talk about her personal relationship with Wendy Robinson. So she talked about it. Tasha Mack is on, what was the name of that show? It's on Paramount Plus, The Game. Okay. So when she had Wendy Robinson on there, she talked about her personally because she's in Hollywood. I have a person that's going to join our show. We have personal history. I think they're going to come on tomorrow. So, of course, we're going to talk about our personal history because we got personal history. So what Armand is saying, he's trying to criticize Jason is because he's butthurt that Jason didn't tell him about them lights, that Jason did not help finance his studio, that Jason did not help him finance extra cameras, that Jason did not put him on for producers, that Jason did not put him on to help him get an interview with Cardi, that Jason did not put him on to help him get interviews with all these celebrities, that Jason did not help him with a Fox Soul deal, that Jason did not help him with a radio show deal, that Jason did not help him to get a Hollywood movie, that Jason did not help him to get a television show on a network. So he's butthurt. Butthurt. And I told my people that he was butthurt, and over 28,000 people tuned into that live because it was truth. And then Jason released an interview. Now you want to criticize it. You was butthurt. You didn't get that interview. Well, of course you didn't get it because you wanted to interview Milagro. Everybody liked Milagro. You wanted to go to the courthouse and talk to Milagro. And you regret talking to Milagro. Don't even probably mention that lady name no more. Because you effed up your opportunity with Cardi, interview Milagro. And then Milagro, she went on her radio show dragging Cardi B. But that's the same Milagro that you interview on your show. Drunk and out of your mind. Talking about Nicki. So why would Cardi come on your show? You really want to work with Nicki Minaj. You don't want to work with Cardi. You settle for Cardi because Nicki Minaj said no. And then Milagro, the spirit of truth was coming out of her paws. She was a little high, but that truth said, I don't feel entitled. I don't feel that Nicki Minaj should come on my show. I don't have that entitlement. And you drunk, drinking a good old 40 ounce or good old English or good old Hennessy or whatever, or Ciroc, and you, let me tell you something, I do feel entitled because she had Tasha K, she had T.S. Madison, cutting off your guest, Milagro, and getting her together. I don't understand it. I got all these cameras, got all these lights, got my teeth white, and I went to get me some veneers. I got all these HD cameras. Of course I feel like that, and I've been promoting her music, and then when I criticized her, she unfollowed me. Got in your feelings because you got to unfollow about Nicki. I never got to unfollow by Nicki. I never got a block by Nicki Minaj. Never. Cardi B never blocked me. So people that matter, they ain't never blocked the Wiley Show because I know how to play my cards right with those women. I don't want to get too close with those women. But you had Milagro on that show. And she went right back dragging Cardi. So you can't even bring up Milagro anymore. And you think Cardi don't see that? You moving funny? You think she don't see how you moving weird? You didn't even like it when your friend teamed up with Jason. And when your friend teamed up with Jaguar Wright, you ended the relationship. And now he got to fend for himself and get clicks and views off of Jaguar. You scared that man so much, he don't even want to mention your name and talk about you. told that brother, he ain't my friend. He was never, my friends ain't on YouTube. My friends don't hang out with Jaguar Wright. My friends don't hang out with Tasha K. My friends don't do that, don't hang out with Jason Lee. But you the friend that brought Milagro, that built a platform dissing Cardi B. But your friend don't have the courage or the cojones to tell you the truth. So he ain't gonna tell you the truth. I speak for him because he's weak in that area. He ain't gonna come to you with that truth because he's in the corner somewhere hoping that you will pick him back up. But I speak that truth because I don't have no attachments to you. Dissing Jason because he got the interview. And the interview did good numbers. And the only thing you can say, well, I didn't like it when he was talking about his personal relationship with, his personal, we already know you like Cardi B. Because Jason Lee, despite you may not always agree with Jason, he know how to play the game. He know he can't be asking her all them messy questions to destroy a friendship. Jason Lee been in this business for over 20 years. He been associated with Queen Latifah, been associated with Floyd Mayweather, been associated with Tiffany Haddish. So he know when and what type of questions to ask these celebrities. Because if he start asking them these real hard, off the wall type of question, those type of relationships that he have with them will immediately cease. They will be blocked and removed, and they will not come on his show and revolt. So of course he gotta play nice. Of course he gotta sing their praises. Of course he gotta uplift them. Because if he start with all these off-the-wall type of questions, no celebrity with good sense will come on his show. Look at Tasha K. And we love Tasha K. But Tasha K, when she dragged Cardi B and said Cardi B got bumps and dragged Cardi B grandfather and dragged Cardi B Schemo, her best friend, called Cardi B a P word, called Cardi B a gang member. She embarrassed Cardi B. Cardi B sued her. And now when Tasha K try to get interviews with A-list celebrities, they don't go. She got to interview the driver. She got to interview the baby mama. She got to interview the mama. She got to interview the superstar grandmother. She got to interview the friend of the friend hairstylist. But she don't get the blue face. She don't get Young Thug. She don't get Nicki Minaj. She don't get the A-list celebrities because in their mind, they remember what you did to Cardi B. And they're not going to sit with you on how you trash one of their counterparts in the industry. So she would have to get other people surrounding celebrities. But A-list celebrities, no, they ain't on Wine with Tasha K. They would come on the Wiley Show before they would give Tasha K an interview. And she know that. Her name, her brand has been tarnished in the celebrity gossip industry, in the celebrity entertainment industry. Her name is on a list with the publicists to do not go on her show. Her name is so tarnished that a lot of celebrities won't even go on a black YouTube channel because they are reminded of the wicked and demonic behavior of Unwind with Tasha K. So a lot of these A-list celebrities, they will go to Sherry, they will deal with Jason, but they're not going to deal with Tasha K. And what messed Armand Wiggins up, when he burned that man's book and he exposed the text messages of Jason. He exposed privacy of brother Jason. He burned Brother Jason's book. And so you don't think that Jason ain't going behind the scenes and say, you see him, he can't be trusted. You think he not having conversations with Cardi B about your wicked and demonic and foolish behavior? You still ain't got it yet. Yes, you got the followers. Yes, your teeth is white. Yes, you got on expensive clothes. Yes, you got your own studio. Yes, you got all these things, but you still, in all of the accolades that you have, you still, Mr. Wiggins, don't know how to play the game. You still don't know how to play the game. And Jason Lee had yet another win against you. And then you didn't really want to respond to Jason. Oh, we talking about it today. We talking about it today. Share this live. Make sure you cash app. So another black woman, Black T Blog, she posted on her page. I hope she ain't deleted. Give me a second, because I watch everything. I be in this house watching people. That's what I do, sit and watch, so I can bring it back to y'all so we can have some content. So Black T Blog, I am Black T Blog, if she didn't delete it. Let me scroll her page because she wrote something. Give me a second. Black T Blogs wrote, girls are fighting. So I went to Armand Wiggins' page, and he wrote, scroll down, if he didn't delete it, he wrote this against Black T Blog, a black woman. Keep following me. He wrote, and see, Black T, you trying to be cute, which is fine. Honestly, not a big deal, but when I play, then you cry and act like a victim. Like, girl, you can't throw the rocks and get mad when I throw them back. Also, didn't I go on YouTube channel and say, did you say, go on YouTube channel and say I blocked you? Lie again. Give me a second. So he wrote that, but he haven't really responded to Jason on Twitter. You respond on the video, but you want to address Black T Blog and what she posted. She didn't lie. The girls is fighting. Jason responded to you, didn't say your name because he's strategically not going to say your name. You're saying his name, and she have a right to say the girls are fighting. But yet you want to address her. The issue is address that you didn't get that interview and you feel weak and sad and bitter down on the inside, down, reach down to your bottom, up down to your heart, that you feel bad that Cardi B didn't come on your show. Have that energy. So what Black T Blog said in this instance, she wasn't wrong to say the girls are fighting because Jason subliminally responded to you and you responded to him publicly. And then you said you ain't gonna talk about Jason, and you hopped your happy behind in Revolt TV chat to respond to the interview. Then you said, Wiley, you told me when you was in Paris, France, let's not give him the clout and give him those ratings for his show because his show gonna flop. But you hopped in that little bitty studio, smudge, and that body blocking your sign that you got. You got the Armand Wiggins sign behind you, but you got the sign right in front of you where they can't even see the Armand Wiggins show, and you gave Jason some more press on his show, but you told me out of your lips not to talk about Brother Jason. Don't talk about him. Let him work for it. Let him work for the ratings. Don't let him come in the YouTube streets and intervene into our industry. But brother, you came on your channel and gave Jason Lee the same clout that you told me not to give him. Hypocrite, sit on down somewhere and stop trying to give me some advice and you don't live by the same principles you trying to teach me. You ain't even living by them principles. Let him work for it. His show ain't gonna make it. Late night, daytime ain't gonna be. Here probably late night. He ain't gonna work. Wiley, don't give him that clout. Don't talk about it. And you hopped on your show. And I'm gonna come to your followers and educate them. Because I know what you said. Calling me when you was in Paris, France. Bonjour. You supposed to be bonjour. And talking and dancing with your mama. But you're calling Wiley not to talk about Jason. And I did not take heed to that wicked counsel because it wasn't authentic. So, of course, I'm not going to listen to that type of behavior. Of course, I'm not going to listen to that. Hello, we live. You calling me in a live show. Who it is? Okay, you got to call back. All right, now. Are you from California? I thought that was Cardi B. No. Okay, you come on the show not to do that. You supposed to be bonjour, all that type of stuff. And here you are telling me not to talk about Jason, and you talked about him. But the people, they scared not to say nothing to you, but they come in here and tell me anything. But I'm going to make sure I come and tell these people where you went wrong at. So Jason interviewed Cardi. It was a successful interview. Congratulations, that man interview. He got the exclusive. He got a new show on Revolt. But if you hear that man testimony, when he originally reached out to Diddy to do his show on Revolt, they told him this show is not a good look for our network. So it took him years to revamp and rebrand, and the opportunity presents itself, and they gave him an opportunity. And so we thank him. I watched the interview. I love the interview. I posted about the interview. I posted the tweet. We sent him love. I'm not doing this to get an interview with Jason. I'm doing it because it was good entertainment. It was some good content. Cardi B looked beautiful. Her hair was together. Her face was together. Her nose was together. Everything that she said was all together. And I had her back. Then I went this morning because Kyle from the Neighborhood Talk, he posted a clip of Cardi B when she was talking about Tasha K, about all the harassment and mistreatment. I posted in the Neighborhood Talk because I was up in the morning. They said the early bird get the worm, so I'm up in there, up early. And I saw Kyle, he posted early. Let me see what I posted. I have to go to it. Let me see if I can find it. So I posted because the Neighborhood Talk, they had a post. They said Cardi B opens up about how degrading rumors on social media led her to be the S word. I just wasn't a celebrity. I was somebody that really wanted to be D word. Okay. And so I posted under that post, I said this quote: Cardi B went through a lot with blogger Tasha K. I'm glad she won her lawsuit because Tasha K did too much dragging Cardi B and her family. And I got dragged under them comments. Didn't mind it, didn't respond to it. I said what I said, and I stand on it, and I'm going to move on about that, okay? So thank you again, brother Jason. Congratulations. You did a good job. Keep up the good work. Though we don't see eye to eye, though you said it's going to take me 25 years to get to the same level as you, I don't believe that prophecy. That's going to be a false prophecy because we're going to prove that all the way wrong. But I admire the fact that you talked about the show. Congratulations. Shout out to Diddy. Shout out to all the producing partners. Shout out to all the producing partners of that show. Y'all did a great job. I will be committing to talking about that show every single week, every single time they go live. I'm definitely going to be talking about it. I don't care if he blocked me. I'm still going to talk about the show because I don't care about a block. If it's some good content, baby, I'm going to talk about it. Thank you so very much. I don't care if he blocked me and removed me. I'm still going to talk about the show because a block it's my life. A block, just because you block me, you still doing a public show in a public atmosphere, and I still am part of a commentator. I'm still going to talk about the show. I don't care that he blocked me all night long. I'm still going to come back and talk about that show with a smile on my face, because just because you blocked me, that don't mean I'm going to go away and not talk about a hot trending topic. I'm still going to talk about a hot trending topic, because though you got me blocked, I'm still going to speak truth. And guess what, brother Jason, you in the bushes right now and you're watching this show, because one thing about you, brother Jason, and your staff, y'all watch everything that is being discussed about brother Jason Lee, because Jason Lee, when you went live on your show, the last show that you did, gagging with Jason Lee on your last episode, you responded to Wiley. You brought Wiley name up. Thank you, DeRay. Thank you, sister, for the $5 super. Thank you for the super sticker. You talked about Wiley. I was gonna go on Wiley's show and reach out to Wiley, and we do this full rollout and not go on his show. Yeah, Wiley, you'll get. I know he's gonna get all off without it. I said it's good promo. Talk about it. I'm gonna go right back live and talk about you. So, brother Jason, thank you. It's time for a sip. Thank you. My staff said it's time for a sip. All right. Woo, thank you for the super sticker. All right, let's go. Give me a second. Where my preaching towel? I need to get a preaching handkerchief. So if y'all want to give me a handkerchief, hit the P.O. box so I get it so the pastor can get a handkerchief. Okay, so let's move on. We talked about the show. Congratulations. Okay. Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright is in a psychiatric hospital. And she's in the hospital right now. And she called Tokyo Tony, somebody that's getting mental health treatment, talking to somebody that need mental health treatment, and they talking. Ain't making no sense. I listened to Jaguar. I ain't crazy, and they ain't let me see no lawyer, and I ain't going from the judge. Jaguar, the state of Texas deemed you unstable, a danger to yourself and to others. So you're going to sit there. Jaguar, they did the same thing to me. They're going to give you an opportunity for the hearing, but they're going to go by what your psychiatrists have to say. If your psychiatrist say Jaguar still need treatment, you're going to sit there until that psychiatrist sign off that she's able to go back there in the general public. Until then, you're going to be in that hospital for a little while. And the things that you saying on the internet is going to get back to the hospital, and they're going to keep you in there longer. Because I was in a psychiatric hospital, been there a couple of times. And I remember when the library situation happened, they put me in there. I didn't do no interviews. I sat in there, I got the treatment, and I was in there for about a good strong 2 months. 2 months I was in there, and you trying to go in there and do interviews, that's going to hurt you in the long run because you're talking to somebody that needs some mental health treatment. That ain't going to help you. That's actually going to hurt you in the long run. And then you talking to other psychiatric patients, they take over the conversation, pick up the phone to talk to Tokyo Tony. I'm such a fan. I can't wait to see you, child. I'm gonna get the number from her because I'm one of your biggest fans in the hospital, just talking and gossiping. Y'all supposed to be getting treatment, going to group therapy, doing YouTube live streams. And Tokyo Tony on that, yeah, you need to leave that man alone. Leave him alone, just talking crazy. And then Jaguar talking about her husband slept with his nephew and uncle and all this type of stuff, talking about the police and all this weird conspiracy genre. She just all over the place. It's the same genre. I said, it is what it is. But I'm still reminded when her family said, this is I've always been Jaguar. So until she get with the program and take heed to that medicine and treatment, she always going to be the same person. But until she wake up and say, hey, I need to do my part by taking my medicine, detoxing, stop watching all this social media, stop watching all these interviews, decompress, learn how to work out, get around from all these stressful behavior. And then she said, I adopt Solar. Talking about she adopts Solar. That man is a grown man. You did not adopt some Solar. Get somewhere. Hush. Hush. I adopt Solar. I adopt my husband. Now, this is something I do believe, Jaguar. I pay the bills. It's on my credit card. And the reason why I say he got it because I didn't want to make him feel bad. Well, Jaguar, you did that. Ain't no use you complain about him now. If taking care of a no good, trifling, nothing type of a man, you did it. So that's up to you. You got to take ownership of that. I know the man wasn't no good. I know he's sorry. Ain't worth a hill of beans, as they say down south. They say hill of beans. He on the internet scamming the people, talking about hit the cash out so we can bail out Jaguar. Jaguar not in jail. She's in a psychiatric treatment with the people with the white jackets and padded rooms. She not in no jail. Ain't no bail. She's in the people that say, I want to be, I'm on the cloud. I'm President Kennedy. She's in there with them type of people. I'm such a spaceship. The people that fall and drool out their mouth. She's in there with those people. That's who she is. She ain't getting no bail. She's in with those type of people. She's in those type of people. When you wake up, you got to do group therapy. Sit around in a circle, talk about group therapy, talk about your issues, and talk about people eating their shirt and dizzy and dancing, twirling around in a circle, doing jumping jacks, hopping on one leg, and you got to sit in therapy with your piece of paper and sit the people, the counselors sit there and lead the meeting. You sit there because in order for you to really leave, you need to participate in them group therapy sessions. Because them group therapy sessions, that really help. When you get in a group with the people, that help you get out of the thing. Because the nurse said, Wiley, you need to stop sleeping. You need to get up. If you really want to go home, participate in them group therapy sessions. So when she told me that, I went in the meeting, I started talking. Yeah. And all this and the treatment, I went in there, started talking to the doctor and started talking to my social worker, started talking to psychiatrist. Then them 2 months, and they said, oh, you ready to go? But until then, when I first got there, I was in denial. I ain't crying. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Something wrong with y'all. I'm running for governor. I'm running for president. One day I'm running for president and I need to go. I go up to the front desk. I got to talk to my cousin. He my press secretary. I got to make my announcement for president. I'm just, woo-hoo. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't eating, was sleeping all day, didn't eat nothing because I thought something was in the food. And then one day, because they had to transfer me to another hospital, they said, brother, this hospital, you need extra treatment. So they transferred me to another hospital. And then one day I woke up and started participating, taking the meds, listening to the people, and they was able to release me. And the reason why I went back to the hospital is because I didn't comply with the medication, and I went right back to my ways. I'm running for president. This is wicked. People watching me went back because I didn't take that med. I needed my medication. So I had to go right back to the house, ended right back. And they said, Wiley, when you leave here, Mr. Wiley, go follow up and take your medication. So now I go to the psych doctor, I take my meds, and I communicate with my psych doctor, and it is what it is. And I haven't been back to a psychiatric treatment. It's been a couple of years, and I don't want to go back. And I'm glad, and I will not have to go back as long as if I comply and listen to my psych doctor, take my medication, exercise and eat right, and I'll be all good. But for Jaguar, she's stuck in her ways. She thinks she knows she is. She's in strong denial. She's delusional. And everything above and her family, the reason why they don't F with her because they know she's delusional. They know she's out of her mind. They know she ain't making no sense. They know every time she comes, she creates chaos. She creates drama. And that's why they let her be out on it by herself. And Jaguar found another new family, was YouTubers, and all they gonna come on, bring your self, and we gonna go live and talk about it. And then she attached herself with Tokyo Tony, who is a woman that needs to be in the hospital herself and get some treatment because she was in there twerking. Now, how you supposed to be interviewing Jaguar? You up there twerking and dancing and all. This is a serious situation, and you on camera twerking and dancing with that big old gap in your mouth. You need to be right upside her in that room. You need to be next door neighbors to Jaguar. You right there in there twerking. This is a serious situation. Twerking and dancing in her circle. I said she needs to be right in there. That's what her daughter don't fool her because she know her mama's a little. So I'm hearing all this with Jaguar Wright. I'm receiving all this with her. And I said, if God don't do it, it won't get done. It's going to take a miracle from God. because she need help and she got to be willing to help herself. But as long as he getting them YouTubers to pimp her out for a click of the view, she gonna always be in the condition that she in. So Jaguar, I'm gonna put you in my prayer and my fast. We add you to the prayer service, that hopefully that you get the help that you need, sister. Thank you so very much. We're gonna go to the next topic. And Tokyo Tony, I heard that you want to interview with me. That's what I heard. That you want to interview with me. You said, I want to talk to Wiley. I want to interview with Wiley. You did say that. You said, hey, I want to interview with Wiley. I want to get Wiley on the show. I want to interview. I want to talk with Wiley. I want to do this with Wiley. I want to have a conversation with Wiley. People were telling me that was what you said. So I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if it's true or not. But whenever you ready, Tokyo Tony, I'm just a phone call away if you want to come on the show, okay? I'm a phone call away. Followers, y'all reach out to her. Give her my 972 number. She can text me directly or she can DM me anytime, any place. Tokyo Tony, we're more than welcome to have a conversation with you, Tokyo Tony, okay? To Jaguar, Kandala, you in my prayers. All right, so we're going to move on. Shout out to the 1,000 people in the chat. I think we done with all the subjects and we on this subject. So, justice for Levontray. We need that God expose this situation with Levontray, that we can find out the truth for brother Levontray. Levontray, I hear you. You're crying out for help. You've been telling your story for years, and finally it registered in my essence. Levontray Andrews, I hear you. Justice for Levontray Andrews. So, for people that don't know, you've been living on a rock and you don't know. Larry Reid said he was going to sue Tasha. Larry Reid said he going to sue Bishop Whitehead. Larry Reid said he going to sue Levontray. All these people say he goes to sue Levontray Andrews. So we post the receipt. He tried to sue Levontray, made a complaint, and Levontray came back with a 12 or 13-page response, and Larry dropped the case. We sent that case all out to our members and our Patreons. We emailed it to them personally with my logo on it. So now Larry Reid went from interviewing with people, and then he told Mr. Wiggins, you know, the one with the yellow shirt, he said, my business is public. And by the time I interview, it's going to be years. But you told the LRLs that you ain't going to interview because it's going to take all that money and it's selling. But you going to tell the guy with the black hat and yellow shirt that you ain't going to sue. It's going to take years because you make all of your money online, mixed messages. Then he went from not going to sue. He had his publicist with the pink wig. That wasn't effective. Now he want to interview with Storm and Mr. Wiggins. And not just interviewing with them virtually, he flew Mr. Wiggins out to Georgia. He didn't put him on that midnight train to Georgia. He put him on a Delta flight from LA to Georgia. Because Larry Reid, Armand, Storm, they gonna sit at a table and it's gonna be a confrontation. They gonna ask Larry Reid tough questions. They gonna ask Larry Reid some tough questions. Armand and Storm gonna sit at Storm apartment and they gonna ask brother Larry Reid some tough questions. So Storm, he's happy because he need those clicks of views because he haven't had a hot story since Jaguar Wright. Because R. Kelly nigga gonna know when I Storm don't block me because I'm just telling the truth. And if you block me, that's fine. I just keep my super chats, my $100 super chats to myself. It just goes to somebody else. All right. If you want to block me and all that type of stuff, go right here. That's your business. If you want to block my name again and act like, oh, I don't know what's going to do, Wiley. You ain't been blocked, Wiley. I don't know. Wiley, you ain't blocked. Blah, 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 blah. Oh. Then got caught up. Oh, yeah, I blocked your name. Uh-huh. You know how they do us. You know how they do when they get with the popular kid. They act like they don't know us. Okay, he watching right now in his apartment. He watching. So he titled the video and said, Storm X Larry Reid X Armand, the confrontation. Or the confrontation. Whatever how y'all say. Confrontation, confront. They're going to confront Larry Reid. They put Larry picture in the middle. Armand with a smile with a red hat. Storm with them rosy cheeks with his lips closed. And they going to be asking Larry Reid the tough questions. Flew Armand out to Georgia. One man with man, another man that like to see women and men smash together and go to events with people having all type of weird type of love making with chains and backflips and circles. That's the platform they going with. And these are both of them, Storm Monroe and Mr. Wiggins is Tasha K rejects. He going over to Tasha K rejects. Both of them used to be on Tasha K titty until she kicked him off that titty, and both of them been upset ever since. So Larry going right over there with them young men. He ain't going with no black women. He going with two impressionable young men. At least they legal young men, because he know how to manipulate young men. He ain't going over there with Tasha and let Tasha confront him. He ain't going over there with Bishop Whitehead and let Bishop Whitehead confront him, but he's choosing to go with two young men that he can manipulate. Maybe he's going to give him a test. Maybe he's going, and they're legal young men. Maybe he's going to give him a test. Maybe he's going to give him a prophecy. Maybe he's going to tell him to stand up and dance in a circle. You know, Armand Wiggins, he know how to dance. He got, in Larry Reid word, he got a good old bread basket. So maybe he'll put on the music and maybe he'll tell Storm and Armand to dance in a circle while he sit in a chair or in a bed, humping up and down with the sheets. So maybe so, but at least they legal. So we going to report on it. We going to write our notes, and we going to come right behind the foolishness with truth. Because that man said, I'm going to sue Tasha K. I'm going to sue Bishop Whitehead. I'm going to sue Levontray. Ain't done nothing. You on a press tour with young, impressionable men that you can manipulate and spending the LRL's funding to fund this foolishness. Because they passed your test, the test of defending me. Because they passed that test, you are now giving them the authority and say, I, as a prophet of God, as a follower of Bishop Jordan, that the same Bishop Jordan that I kissed him on his bald head, I'm gonna go and go in Storm Monroe apartment and sit down with you two young men. I'm a prophet. Thank you, so very passionate Bliss. Send us $20 super chat. Thank you. And we also have the Cash App, $ Marquise Waller 28. So they sitting down. But these two men got rejected by the women right there with the microphone, with the red lips and the earrings. They got rejected from Tasha K. They're no longer associated with KB Studios, Shaq, and the employee. So maybe since Brother Larry and since Storm want to do OnlyFans, maybe they will collaborate and do a test on OnlyFans. So we gonna see what he gonna say in that interview. And people say, oh, this man is looking guilty. He is looking guilty. Doing interviews, flying people out with LRL money, flying them out, just looking guilty. You're supposed to be so innocent. Why can't you sit down with a black woman? Why can't you sit down with Gayle King or sit down with Miss Angie from the Shade Room or sit down with the other sister with WGC? Why can't you sit down with an unbiased person to ask you these questions? You know why, Prophet, Bishop, whatever, Dr. Larry Reid? Because you can't control the narrative. So you will give these young, impressionable men money to control the narrative, because the man with the yellow shirt and black hat, he's on your side because he can't stand how Tasha K removed him from her titty. And Storm, he's excited to be in the party because the last time he went viral was the same woman. She's locked up in a psychiatric treatment. So he haven't seen millions of views since Jaguar Wright was on this show. So he just excited to be in the party. Y'all can come to my apartment. I don't mind. Come to my apartment, Dr. Larry Reid. And yeah, and Brother Storm, in my spirit here, I know you reached out to me for an interview, but the spirit is telling me to bring Armand. So I'm going to use the LRL credit card. I'm going to give him a Delta flight and bring Armand, and I want you all to ask me these tough questions. You sure? Sure, bring Armand. You can be in my apartment. I'll make sure we have some fried chicken. I'll make sure I got my blue yelly microphone. I'm going to be so excited to have you here. I'm happy. Y'all wondering what's causing the delay of our lawsuit? Weird optics with choosing Armand and Storm. Thank you, Attorney Holistic. Thank you. I'm so happy. Yes, you want me to do my show? Oh my gosh. Because he tried to get the head of the story, because Tasha K got a part 2. He going to present text messages and stream text messages because he got a theory, because it didn't work with the man with the pink wig. That didn't work. So now he's trying to use Armand with his massive platform and try to use Storm with his massive platform to go against the same queen that birthed both Armand and Storm Monroe. So the students can't outsmart the teacher because the teacher is still breathing. The teacher is still 3 steps ahead of these 2 students, aka the rejects. There's no way that they can compete with what Tasha K have, because everything they have learned and studied in this game, they learned it from their teacher, Tasha K. They learned it from her. So she already know how they think. That ain't gonna work. You'd have came out about it, just been silent. But you feel that pressure that people don't believe you. BET being called, they being tagged. The hashtag surviving Larry Reid, justice for Levontray. That's going viral. Justice for Levontray going viral. It's all on Twitter. Justice for Levontray Andrew. People responding. I tagged Kurt Franklin. You getting questions. Now you spooked and nervous and shaking. You don't know what to do. You don't know if you want to do it with Bishop and Joy. So now you want to take 2 young, legal, impressionable young men and you want to defend your honor on their platform that you paid them to do it. Thank you so very much for the super chat. Mr. Ponder, drink some water, surviving Larry Reid, justice for Levontray. Okay, brother. Thank you. My lawyer said, my future lawyer, I may have to use you for a lawsuit, Mr. Ponder, one day. We publicly want to apologize to Mr. Ponder. I was on that Red Bulls, all that toxic, and Mr. Ponder so calm as a leader. and as a mentor, as I don't know, not a mentor, but as a leader, as an attorney, he said, drink some water because we want you to continue to do your podcast. So put down the Red Bulls and drink some water. Good quality. So Mr. Ponder, let me know what kind of camera, because that camera was good. You're a chocolate brother, and that camera was real good. Crystal HD. So I want to publicly apologize to Mr. Ponder. I was ignorant. I was so ignorant. I was hooked on Red Bull. That Red Bull gave me wings. I ain't let Mr. Ponder speak. Not what you ain't the lawyer. You ain't ignorant. You just so ignorant. And Mr. Ponder was so calm. Listen, sir, that's just your opinion. This. So one day I had to wake up. So I had to detox from that Red Bull and fried chicken and baby back ribs and all them big, thick pieces. And so now I'm able to think clearer. And I'm like, okay, Mr. Ponder made a whole lot of sense. So not only did I apologize to Mr. Ponder, Mr. Brian L. Ponder, privately, but I also going to apologize to him publicly. All right. So we want to make sure that we apologize to him publicly and not do him privately, because we act ignorant publicly, and I need to apologize to him publicly with that same type of energy. And yes, I listened to him. He said, drink water. We drinking water. My psychiatrist actually echoed what Mr. Ponder was saying, that it ain't healthy to be drinking all them Red Bulls. Drink water. And Mr. Ponder said these words. He said, accept it, all good. All right? Yes, he did. So we're going to see how this interview going to be on tomorrow, and we're going to break it down. So, and give me about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And I'm going to open up the phone lines. We're going to open up a couple of phone lines. And I'm going to read this. I'm going to read this page, and then on the upcoming days, we'll read the rest of this complaint. But I do want to read this page. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure the phone lines get together, because I know these phone lines going to be heating up today. Give me a second. So I want to make sure these phone lines is together. So give me a second here, because I know it's going to be a lot of callers. So I'm going to read one page of the lawsuit when Larry sued a poor blogger, Daryl Moore, that did not have any money. He only have about $1,200 in his bank account. He bankrupted this person. He didn't have the money to fight Larry Reid, LRL machine. So he sued him, and so he did not have the money. So we're going to read this page, and then, of course, in the upcoming day, we're going to do a show until we can read all them court documents. But I'm going to read this one page, and then we will open up the phone lines, and we will allow you all to call in. Okay? So make sure y'all like the video. We got 1,100 people in here, okay? So on page 12 in this complaint, this is the complaint where Larry Reid sued Daryl Moore. Okay, in each instance, Moore solicited and published and guests provided narratives involving graphic descriptions of the M word. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I can't say the word because of YouTube. By Reid of teenage boys with an S, with narratives in which details were false and would, if true, constitute crimes of moral in felonies such as such that their false publication was and is defamatory. The short posted videos and longer stream videos all have titles selected and published by Moore, which titles are either false or defamatory statements. A fact which by unmistakable implication false and defamatory statements about Reid. There are titles under which the YouTube videos are archived on the site and which appear on the bold-face heading and identify the videos when they are listed in response to a search on Google and other search engines. The defamatory titles include April 20th, 2021. The first accuser of Larry Reid speak. April 19, 2021. I have text message between Larry Reid and one of his accusers. April 15, 2021. The hypocrisy of Larry Reid. April 11, 2021. Larry Reid victim speaks. The interview is coming. April 6, 2021. Larry Reid flew to North Carolina to do damage control while he's trying to hide. April 6, 2021. Domestic V word, I want to say that word, and financial schemes allegedly. March 31st, 2021. 24 hours, Larry Reid exposed. March 29th, 2021. Got a copy of Larry Reid police report. All mine. Thank you, Tyra, for the super sticker. Thank you so very much. Said, can these dead bones live? Come on now. March 29th, 2021. Get a copy of Larry Reid police report. Oh my. March 27th, 2021. Larry Reid, when are you going to confess? Question. March 25, 2021. Larry Reid doesn't want this known. March 5th, 2021. Larry Reid Live does more damage control, but is too late. So we're going to stop right there. We at the 2-hour mark. We're going to read some more of these court documents in the future. We'll read some more tomorrow after the interview with Larry Reid. Going to do with two of, like I said, for the people that don't know, Larry Reid he's finally going to do the first sit-down interview with two of Tasha K rejects. Two of Tasha K rejects. He gonna do a show with them on tomorrow night in Storm Monroe apartment. Okay. So he got an interview with Storm, and they gonna ask him some tough questions. Mm-hmm. All right. We're gonna see if them questions gonna be tough, or is it gonna be chewy? All right, so they're gonna be in his high-rise apartment, and we're gonna see if there's gonna be some tough questions. All right, or is it gonna be lukewarm? We're gonna see. All right, so let's open up the phone line. So just call in, and if the phone line does not, and they're legal young men, okay, with legal young men, legal. All right, we gonna be reviewing it. We already gonna be doing that. You ain't gotta tell me to review it. All right, I'm gonna review it. Okay. All right. Hey, what's up now? You live on the Wiley Show. How you doing?
Wiley, what's up?
Welcome to the show.
Okay, Wiley. So let me say this first. I appreciate you not being a sheep. I appreciate you not following the crowd. I appreciate you not taking Larry Reid's bribe and his $500 super chats and all. But let me just say this, Wiley. Yesterday, Larry Reid's employee went on another channel on YouTube. I think you may know her, the lady with the big wig. Larry Reid's employee went on that channel, and I watched it the entire thing. And I will say this: he provided receipts, and before I was 100% convinced that Larry was guilty. But after he provided those receipts on her channel, like, I really don't believe Levontray anymore.
My thing is this, and I say it humbly: if those receipts are strong, A, no, why no lawsuit? B, why you don't present those receipts on Larry Reid YouTube main channel, Larry Reid Facebook channel, Larry Reid Instagram? So you can't say that I don't believe, and these are so much lies and defamatory. Why not for a lawsuit? Why you continue to do interviews? Why? If you got some proof that Levontray is lying, sue him and let's open up the files. Why?
Wiley, can I say this? I first of all, I believe that Larry and Levontray were in a relationship, like a legal consenting relationship. I believe that 110%. But I feel like it's just, I don't feel like it was what Levontray is saying it was. After those receipts, I'm totally convinced that Levontray is lying. But that's just me.
The receipts did it have Levontray name on it?
It did not. It had Levontray. It had text messages. It had proof of where Larry was and was not living.
Did it have Levontray name on it? Did you see a number on those?
It did not. It did not, Wiley. It did not.
Okay. You do know that receipts can be manufactured. You do know that, right?
I do, Wiley, but
you do know that people can type receipts and put it in sites and put it up there and just have it up there. So if those receipts are so true, why didn't we see them the receipts on Larry Reid Live YouTube page and on his Facebook?
Well, let me tell you why we haven't seen it on Larry Reid's main page. Why Larry Reid hasn't addressed this? Because when he first addressed it, there were a lot of people in his chat saying, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about?" Let me tell you something about church folk, because I was born and raised in a church, especially Pentecostal church. First of all, you can rob, you can kill, you can do all things. Your pastor can do everything except be gay or mess with a boy. So I feel like if Larry Reid reveals that on his main page, that he's getting accused of that, I feel like he knows that a lot of his followers who are church folk and who don't follow these other YouTubers, I feel like he feels like they're going to leave and all his money going to dry up. So that's why I feel like he's not addressing it on his main page, because a lot of his followers do not know.
But he already addressed it. My thing is continue to address it on your page. Why are you going to other people
like that?
To
he addressed it really, really lightly.
Because that's not going to clear you up. Because your base, they coming over to the Wiley Show because we know how to reach them church people. See, the one with the red hat, the one that's in that apartment, they don't know how to church the church folks. Guess who know how to talk to church people? I do. I know how to talk to church people. I know how to communicate with that church audience. So that's why Larry is moving very quickly before Tasha K dropped it, because Wiley message, he too effective because this man know how to talk to the same audience that I'm pipping out coins on that Patreon. Wiley know how to talk to that audience. So he got to go to other people. I know how to talk to those church people. I know how to talk that language. I know how to talk about Genesis and all of those, the books of the Bible, Revelations, Jesus, Paul, etc. And so he know he got to go to somebody else, but it ain't gonna work. They can't touch my skill set. Mentally, spiritually, so they not into the holy word. So they don't know how to talk to church people. They don't talk about the Bible. They don't talk about preaching. They don't talk about testifying. They don't talk about the Holy Ghost. We talk about those things over here at the Wiley Show. Them people talk about Cardi B, how Tasha K so wrong. She's a raggedy B, all that time. They don't talk about church people, but Brother Wiley does. That's why we have a prayer call. That's why we going on the fast. And that's why we do all that stuff. And you see Larry Reid, he's still moving. Let me go over there with Storm. That ain't gonna work. It's not effective. That ain't effective. Why you ain't going over there to Bernard Jordan, sir? Go to your prophet. Go to your leader. Go on his platform and sit there. Saints, y'all, I'm under attack. The devil is busy. They accusing me of something I didn't do. I need your prayers. Let Bishop Bernard Jordan, you pay him so he can talk to all the prophets. They can bombard that 1-800 number. They can just pray for you in Jesus' name and call in, give you some helping hand, help you and all that. You ain't doing none of that. You going to a person with a red hat that was rejected by Tasha K and a person with an apartment up in the sky. And the only reason why Storm got that apartment up in the sky is because of Unwind with Tasha K brought him out of the social work business, brought him out of the post office business, and gave that a person a voice in these YouTube streets. So why are you trying to use the same people that Tasha K created? Because they ain't gonna do nothing to Larry Reid but use you for your LRL coins and for your LRL you showing up on the show for clicks and views.
All right, well, I'll just say my opinion. I don't know. I'm still side iron Larry, but
thank you.
All right, bye.
Justice for Levontray. Justice for Levontray. His story deserved to be heard. I ain't worried about the text message. Who made them text message? Who made it? You think I'm gonna listen to the text message come from a man with a pink wig? He don't know who he want to be on Monday, Tuesday. Monday he want to be masculine. Tuesday he want to wear pink wig. Thursday he want to dress like a thug. So now I ain't believing them text messages. You got to come a little stronger than that. No, sir. I don't believe them text messages. I don't believe it. Welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hey, bye.
Welcome. I need you to mute me in the back, sister.
Now we talking.
I need you to mute me in the back. I know you're talking to me. Could you mute me that TV?
Hello?
Can you mute your TV, ma'am? Hello, you're talking to Wiley.
Wiley?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, hi, baby. This is Sonia Taylor. How are you?
I'm doing
I just got to call you, let you know. Cry loud, spare not. You hear me?
Was you speaking English? Was that an English word?
Cry loud. Oh. Cry loud and spare not.
Oh, cry loud.
You know what I'm saying.
I know what I hear you now. I can understand what you said.
I'm your spiritual sister over here, baby.
Okay, cry loud and spare not. I love that.
What the Bible say? What the Bible say?
Cry loud and spread out. Come on, sister.
People looking at you as jealous. You're not jealous. Wiley is free.
Absolutely.
Wiley is free to tell the truth.
Oh, yeah.
You're not being bound. And the reason why God is blessing you, because you keep talking about him. You keep talking about him. And you keep talking about God on your show, Wiley. You can do the math, but you let people know where your blessings come from. You understand? You keep doing that, baby. I'm watching you. You got a 66-year-old woman in the South Bronx watching you, son.
Oh, yeah. You blessed. Oh, thank you so very much.
Okay, baby?
Oh, yeah.
I'm tailor-made by God, Wiley.
Yes.
To be on your chat, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So for everyone to say, oh, Wiley's jealous. No, baby. Wiley is anointed by God.
Come on.
And Wiley is free.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why Wiley's not going through what everybody is going through. That's why Whitehead is not going to come to Wiley's show. Because everyone he's going to, Wiley, is not down with God like this. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you, sister.
You can speak. You know exactly where he's coming from. And when I'm watching him, I know exactly the same thing. I'm your spiritual mother on this end, son. You keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to get off and let everyone else talk. Why are you not going to speak? You on and I wake up, you on?
Yes. Thank you, man.
God bless you, son.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Thank
I'm going to get off. You keep crying loud and fear not.
Thank you so very
Right,
much for your support.
All right, baby. I love you, baby.
Love you.
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay. Call us to take, let me see here. I want to make sure we get everybody because I know somebody just called in. Right. Okay. Let me see. Did I call that person back? Okay, I did. Okay. Let me see. Let me try this number because two other callers that called in. I want to make sure we get them on the show. I think there's two more callers after this. We are live, you guys.
Hello?
Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wiley. So listen, I'm hearing every time people try to proclaim Larry Reid's innocence, they're always bringing up the addresses and the locations. Does it even really matter where the molestation took place?
Yeah.
To me, that just shouldn't be one. That should not be a stickler that people get hung up on. Out of this man's entire testimony, the only thing that people are using to fight back with in Larry's so-called innocence is the address. That ain't no big deal where it took place. The point of it is it happened. He's being accused of these horrific situations and circumstances that he took part in. The location should not even matter, in my opinion. And two, why ain't Larry suing Tasha K? And not only Tasha K, why is Larry not even suing the accuser? Oh, he sued Daryl, but he sued Daryl to shut Daryl up. But he's not suing the accuser to reveal the so-called lies. That he's saying that it's all a lie. Well, sue the accuser so the lies can come out. Sue the accuser. Why are you not talking about suing anyone, but you sued Daryl Moore just to shut him up, make him pull all his videos down about these situations, but you're not suing Tasha K and you're not suing the accuser. That does not make sense to me. The main person that's accusing you of doing these horrific things, you're not trying to sue him to reveal the truth. I don't get that at all. So help me understand that.
In order to understand it, A, you hiding something. B, you don't want these things to be exposed. And C, you hiding something. So that just answered that question. But thank you, ma'am.
There you go. That would kill it right there. That would kill it forever. That would kill it, and that would silence this forever. Even if it came back to haunt him, all he has to do is pull up the paperwork. Cleared. Take this to court and kill it forever if it ain't true. That's what I say.
That's what I have to say. Put it in court so we can open up them files.
There you go. What you scared of? Kill it forever. Take it to court and kill it.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am, for so very much. Thank you so very much for that. So we can definitely open up the files and definitely read it. Give me a second here. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. any other callers that's calling in. I want to make sure that we get to all of them that's calling in. Give me a second right then and there. 646. Okay. I think we did that. Okay. Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show. Okay. Hello, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hi, Wally. How are you this evening?
Welcome.
Thank you for the work.
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for asking.
Thank you for the work that you're doing on the story. And I just wanted to just say this because I heard someone or a gentleman talking about receipts. It was a consensual relationship. Now, if you're somebody's pastor, right? And this is a young person, whether it's consensual or not, if you're pressing them with your influence and your power, it's corrupt. You can have someone in the workplace that they're both consenting adults, but if someone, even where it happened with the coach, I'm not going to call the name, on the Boston Celtics, if you're using your power to start inappropriate relationships, especially for someone that's under the age of 18, and you're calling yourself even now somebody pastor, the man of God, talking about who these folks couldn't date, baby, you had a cult. You ain't nothing but Kool-Aid Jim Jones is what he was doing. So it's not right. And anybody that follows that or subscribes to saying if it was consensual with these people, you're still not right. That just shows about this person's character. Where there's smoke, there is fire. And this is not this gentleman taking this opportunity after he got, prestige. It was charges made or at least filed prior to. So thank you for doing the work.
Because to add to your point, Bishop Eddie Long, because they said they were groomed by their pastor. Many people need to research that Bishop Eddie Long story in that case. And he came out and said, I didn't do nothing wrong. I'm going to fight back, and went into court, and he settled with those accusers.
And I'm with you, Wally. If someone is defaming me and I'm making millions of dollars, I'm on public platforms at another level, you would allow that to continue on without at least filing a cease and desist or starting to take steps against this person in this platform that is slandering my name instead of running around here with other YouTubers instead of going to the courts? What sense does that make? With Sierra, she issued, when Future was saying stuff, she issued a cease and desist. She took it to her lawyer and she ain't say nothing. Okay? That's the way you handle it. She ain't even clap back in public. She did it in private with them attorneys. So why is he sitting up there? I'm not saying he should have to explain himself, but why? I'm like you. Bring that, take the answers. Let the court do their discovery and due process to see if the receipts is true. So thank you for doing the work. I really appreciate what you're doing and standing on principle. So we need more people like you, because in the churches, it's a lot of bad, like fruit. Not everybody is bad. I grew up Pentecostal. Not everybody was bad. But when you keep hiding mess, a lot of these people on all levels and in religion can be predators. And it sounds like he had an occult with folks living in folks' houses, telling them what to wear, when to wash, stay behind, and everything else. So that just sounds real suspect. So keep up the good work, brother.
Thank you, sister. Thank you.
Okay,
bye. Hey, all right. We're going to take a couple of more callers here. I want to make sure we got... You're live on the Wiley Show. How you doing? Hello, you're live on the Wiley Show. All right, now you got to be ready. All right, call back in if you didn't get a chance to talk on the show. Just keep calling until you get me on the show, because we only can take one caller at a time. So if you're willing to call, okay. Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hi, blessings. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you mute me in the background, please? We live on the show for over 1,000 people around the country and around the world.
Okay. I left a message because I didn't know if he was still on the air.
Okay. I'm still live. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Well, I've been watching you grow over the last year, and I love your sense of humor. That's what attracted me to you. You have a great sense of humor, but now it seems like you're picking up this mantle that Larry Reid has. So since Larry Reid is falling into a funky place because of his situation, let me go fast and pray and get some of those church folks. Now, my question to you is, how much Bible do you live? Like, how many books of the Bible are there? What are some of Paul's teachings? What must you do to be saved? Like, do you know the answer to those questions?
Amen. I do know the answer to those questions. Before I knew a Larry Reid, I was raised in a holiness church. I've used to have Sunday services on the YouTube platform. You just been following me for how long, ma'am?
About a year, I've noticed you.
Many years ago, we have been doing Sunday services. I used to lead the choir. I was my pastor armor bearer. My uncle is a pastor. I was baptized. I had the Holy Ghost, and I know about Paul. I know about Jesus and his disciples. And I'm answering your question. So this is my life. So before there was a Larry Reid, I knew Jesus. And so
you're coming back to holy?
I'm not coming back. I'm already in it. So it's not coming back to something that you have been apart from birth. So there ain't no coming back. It's just continuing to being in holiness. And so I'm answering that question. I don't care if his downfall or if you call it a downfall. I'm still gonna live in my truth and my purpose. So that's not
what I meant.
1 second. So my 1 second. My relationship with Christ is my relationship, and we're gonna have a fast on Friday from 12 noon to 6.
Can you let me finish my question
after I get done, because it's the Wiley Show? 12 noon to 6 p.m. We're gonna be in a fast. We do a prayer call, and we're going to continue to do a prayer call. And that's what we're going to do. But go ahead with your other question, because I answered all those questions. What's your new question that you're following?
Well, no, it wasn't a new question, Wiley. What I was getting to was when you say shun, I don't know. I know you're being silly, but when you say shun, da, 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 whatever you're saying, is that mocking the Holy Spirit, or are you doing that for laughs?
I'm not mocking anything. That's in me. It's in me. So you can't say mocking. You can't say mocking, ma'am, because it's in me. Again, let me explain it to your daughter so you can hear me. My uncle, Bishop Cartwright, I was raised under holiness preaching. So it's in me. So I cannot stop speaking in tongues. I can't stop saying glory, hallelujah, because it's in me. So
but the Bible
I understand what the Bible said. And if you disagree with my type of teaching, sister, take your Bible, you go to Bishop Jakes.
I'm not going to anyone because I've been studying.
Because you can't.
I've been studying. My question to you is
you can't tell me nothing about the Bible because you watching a message show. And if you want to be so holier than thou, go join.
No, I am holy. I am holy.
Go join Joel Osteen, and you go over there, because I'm not going to receive what you're trying to say because you're tuning into the mess.
Tell you Bible.
Can I ask
the
you a
Bible
question, ma'am? I don't need you to quote the scripture. You got to be paid to be a guest speaker. You know what I'm saying? In order to be a guest speaker over here. Let me ask you, who all do you watch on YouTube?
Sir Walter Jones. There's a whole lot of Christian stations I watch.
Okay, continue to watch those. What make you watch this? What make you watch?
I love you. Like I told you, I love your sense of humor, and I love the turnaround that you've done.
Great. Thank you so very much. And you continue to do it and continue to get to. I want you to become a member so you can challenge, so you can read the scripture, and you could join that prayer call, and you say you saved, you got Jesus, you got the Holy Ghost. So you bring that energy over to the membership. Okay, man? You there?
Oh yeah, I'm here. I just didn't want to interrupt you. I was just only thing I said it to many other people. When you speak in unknown tongue, the Bible says you are but a fool.
You just try to quote me and try to get me together, man. You take whatever you believe with your God and all that, but you ain't gonna come school me and all that type of stuff. Okay. You watching this the Wiley Show. That's your problem. You can't come and control me and tell me what the scripture said, trying to get me together with some scripture. And it also said in the scripture that a woman should keep silent in the church. That was in the scripture. And something like read with those scripture. Hello, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Wiley.
You ain't gonna read me with those scriptures because it also said in that scripture that a woman should keep silence in the church. You in there trying to school me and you can rebuke. I ain't listening to nothing you try to teach. You go over there to the other Christian preachers and you try to get together and they go rebuke you.
Not her trying to check you on your own show.
You can't check me on my own. Go to Bishop Jakes and try to school him and watch him or rebuke you out of that church. And they're gonna kick you up out of there, especially if you ain't giving no tithing.
Okay, well, I go off, but here I want to talk about Larry Reid because he's been acting very foolish. I don't understand why he's trying to team up with Storm and Armand. And answer me this in the chat. Answer me this: has Storm and Armand ever have covered the church sector before? Have they done content on the church sector?
They never have done comment on the church sector, no.
So why involve them? This is my problem with Larry, and this is what I'm expecting from this interview. It's going to be a Tasha K bash session. They're going to say a whole lot of nothing on the case, on what Levontray, whatever, and then it's just going to be a bash session. That's the reason why he's going with Storm and Armand, because they have bias against Tasha K. They're going to do everything in their power to discredit Tasha K and that interview. And it's like, Larry, what are you doing, bro? Like, just sue the man. If you're so innocent, then go ahead with the lawsuit. This is my problem. You allowed that speculation. You could have controlled this entire narrative from the beginning if you would just continue with that lawsuit, but you didn't, and you can't be mad that people are coming up with their own conclusions. It's just giving guilty, and that's what it is. And that's all I got to say, why. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for calling in. Yeah, what that brother said. You had a chance to get a control of the narrative, and now you on the defense. Tasha's on the offense. She's on message, and now you on the defense. So now you got to drag Tasha, but that ain't going to do nothing, brother. We'll send more people to TashaKLive.com. Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wiley, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I loved it. Okay, first things first, I love that you got that lady together. Perfect, amazing. The Bible says a lot of things. People don't always follow all the scripture. Secondly, I want to talk about Jaguar Wright. So you are correct. The nurses giving Jaguar the phone so she can talk to Tokyo Tony it's against the policy of the hospital, especially on the psych ward. I do know that. And so I'm just like, y'all willing to risk y'all.
It's not against the policy because you as a patient, because you have patient rights. So we have a right to call our family member, whomever. So they can't forbid us to call our people. So if you're not restricted, like restrained, if you're out there in the area, you have a right to call whomever you want to call. So they can't restrict her because Jaguar Wright still have, in this country, we still have patient rights. And so she can still call whomever. I think the problem that people is upset about is that it was been exploited on YouTube. And then you had other patients that was on there. And I don't think they knew that Tokyo Tony was live streaming. Yeah, live streaming, because it could be some a breach of the hospital of get them in trouble with the HIPAA that people are calling.
No, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, I
apologize.
But go ahead.
Yeah, I apologize. I was talking about that piece as far as the HIPAA, because somebody's family can see their loved one out there doing whatever. But as for Larry Reid, he's extremely desperate. It's at this point, it's guilty until you can prove that you're not. I don't care if the man in the pink wig is going from platform to platform with these imaginary receipts. Where have they been for the past 2 years? Null and void. They could have created that. We already know he deals with scammers. I apologize. I don't know if you can say that on your platform. But going to storm, and then Armand. It's just ridiculous. And I agree with you 100%. I'm gonna just drop down. It's giving guilty. Larry, we're gonna call SVU on you, baby, because and that's all I have.
Thank you so very much. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. We are live, so we gonna keep the phone lines open up. If anybody want to call in, we'll stay on for about 30 more minutes. But definitely stay on for 30 more minutes. Yeah, I had to exclude you because when you're in the hospital, you still have rights. All right. Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show. Hello.
Hey, Wiley.
Yes, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Yes. I just did ask the question. How is the statute of limitation passed on this particular?
No, in North Carolina, because of this type of crime, no. And of course, we got Mr. Ponder here. He can answer that. But what I read, the statute of limitation is no. There's no statute of limitation on that, and where this alleged crime have taken place. A police report was filed. We have not reached out to the police department yet because we have been so caught up into reading these complaints, and I can get an official answer for them with this type of crime, and I will update you probably tomorrow for that as well.
Okay. I was just curious because I had heard that the statute of limitation was up on.
No, not in that area where in this jurisdiction where it happened at. There in that state is no statute of limitation.
And that's South Carolina?
I believe that's North Carolina, ma'am.
North Carolina. Okay. Well, I was just curious because I was just wondering. I was like, if what was the point of it? Of it, if the statute of limitation is up, and is it just some more? Something else, to talk about again, to bring back up again. But yeah, I mean, I understand what Wiley's saying and all that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to know that answer to that particular question.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Any other questions? And this is the failure of the North Carolina Police Department. And so we're going to be doing some investigation on that and get an official answer of what they have to say. Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wiley, how are you?
Wonderful.
Listen, this has been a wonderful live. Like, I appreciate you down because I didn't understand everything that was going on. I was Team Larry Reid before because of how you were like repping for Larry. But when you started breaking everything down, I'm like, what? Like, how has this been like a secret all of these years? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is this? And I want to know, how did he go out and buy his employee a car with the money that we done donated to his LLRs, whatever? Because I know for sure I donated 1999 because he said that the number for the day was 1999. And he's taking that money to buy cars for his employees.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't understand it, but thank you for breaking everything down. What do you think for you, Wiley, was the breakdown of when you started to really see like this could possibly be true from the accusers? Was it the text messages?
I think that number one is Levontray's story was very effective. And the way how Larry handled the situation was, I did not agree. Because if this is not true, Larry should have served that brother with a cease and desist, and he should have went all the way through with legal proceeding. Larry sued Levontray, but when Levontray responded with a 26 response to the complaint, Larry Reid dropped the lawsuit. So if these are lies, then why would you drop a lawsuit with this man that have been accusing you for years? And why not go to the court and take this all the way? But in my opinion to that is, I don't think Larry thought that accuser was going to respond to the complaint, because when Larry Reid sued Mr. Daryl Moore, Daryl Moore didn't have no money, so they just went in mediation not to just talk about each other. So because Daryl didn't have the money, But so he's used that same tactic with Levontray. He sued Levontray. Levontray responded to a 26-page complaint. He posted his driver's license, said y'all didn't serve me in the right area, et cetera, et cetera. We sent that complaint to all of my members that access to see it, and all of that. And so now Larry Reid said on Mr. Wiggins' show a couple of days ago that he's going to sue Tasha K. He reneged on that and said he's not going to sue, and then he's not going to. And then he said I'm going to respond on Patreon. He reneged on that and went to his employee channel, and then he went another step further and said I'm going to respond with Storm and with Mr. Wiggins, and those people, of course, is the Tasha K rejects. But go ahead.
Thank you for that. So he's not doing a sit down with his employee that he would have called for.
No,
he's doing a sit down for Armar and Wiggins and Storm Monroe.
Yes, ma'am.
And I thought Larry Reid said that he dropped the lawsuit because of jurisdiction, not because because the person didn't respond and because of jurisdiction. You saying that he responded with the person did respond and he just dropped it?
He dropped it. He responded to a 26-page response. That man Levontray posted his driver's license. He posted this. He was ready to go. He was responding, right? And Larry Reid dropped the case. He dropped it.
So he lied about his jurisdiction.
I don't know if someone that he lied about a jurisdiction. I would have to get a lawyer to give me a response, but I do know that Larry Reid dropped the case. He dropped it.
And he never 27
he
pages.
never refiled the case. As of I think this is January 19, 9:13 p.m. Central Standard Time. No lawsuit has been filed as of yet. Not against Bishop Whitehead, Levontray, or neither Tasha K.
Wow. Okay, well, I'm gonna let somebody else.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wiley. I just had some things to say about the Cardi B and Jason Lee interview.
Yes.
Like you were saying last time, like nobody was gonna pay for Revolt cable or whatever to see it. I don't really think it got buzz like that. You're the only person talking about it. And it's funny because it's messy because, you know, Armand was doing Cardi's dirty work or whatever. And she kind of dissed him for Jason Lee. And Jason Lee just is messy. So I just feel like they all a mess. Like, it's just too much for me. And Cardi B, she does need to, she's entertaining, but she need to find something else to do, something else to talk about. If she don't want to rap no more, she need to, I don't know, be in a circus or something. I don't know, do something creative because she's a crybaby. And that's all I heard. Even when I saw clips, it was just her, and it's wrong of Tasha K to do that, but it's she dragging it. And nobody feels sorry for her because it's you talk about people too. Everybody talk about everybody. And it's not fair to be well, they picked on me more. And, you know, I feel like I should be supported more. And it's just girl, why? Because you light skinned? That's what she gives me, the vibe she gives me is because I'm a light skinned vibe. And, yeah, I feel like that. That's why she went to Jason Lee too. It's just a light skinned thing. I don't know. But that's how she's be coming off, like a culture vulture, just like Jason Lee. So, you know, forget her.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, welcome to the Wiley Show. Hello? All right. Ooh. Okay, somebody want me to. Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Wiley, no, that other caller didn't just say because she light-skinned it. Did you hear Cardi say that she felt like she wanted to end her life because Tasha was saying all of this derogatory stuff about her that was allegedly not true? What does the skin color have to do with anything? And then she said she should join the circus. What is wrong with people? So since she's light-skinned, she should join the circus. So if she was dark-skinned, it would be okay. I'm telling you, these people, they need to go get some Jesus or something. I want to talk about Jaguar Wright.
Yes.
How do you feel about it? How do you feel about it?
No, what do you feel about it? I already said what I said. Go ahead.
I feel that, we all, as you have, shared earlier, we all go through stuff in life. And, back in the day, couples get into it for whatever reason. We all have trauma. We all have issues mentally, physically, to stay above water, you really have to do a lot. Now, Jaguar Wright is a celebrity, even though she's a, old celebrity or whatever, but it's a lot that she's seen, a lot that she's dealt with. And I do believe that people were after her, to end her because of what she was saying. That's a lot to deal with. So is she 5150? I don't think so. I just think that she was under a lot of stress, and it just builds and builds and builds. And, with the husband, with the little boy the little cold little boy that she was dealing with or whatever, I just think it was just too much, because she was just on social media like every day, like multiple times a day, that she was just doing too much. Do you think she was being manic?
Yes. Just going by what her family have said publicly to Tasha and all of these things that they have said.
Did you say Tasha? Did you say Tasha?
Because she interviewed Jaguar Wright's family, and so when she
Wiley, hold on. Are you and Tasha cool again?
Hold on.
Are you and Tasha talking?
Ma'am, I gotta be able to talk. We can sing at the same time, but we can't talk at the same time. So let me get my answer.
Okay, let's sing.
So when she interviewed Jaguar Wright's family, I got a sense of Jaguar that she's dealing with some mental issues. And so when Jaguar had that breakdown, putting ashes on her face and all of that, it didn't surprise the family, because they have been dealing with this type of behavior from Jaguar for years. So I understand it. I get it. I get that. I understand it. And Jaguar do need massive treatment. But not only the treatment, Jaguar, once she get out of the hospital, she must comply with the doctor's order. So if she get out of the hospital, if she don't take that medication and talk to them psychiatrists and take that medicine every day and stay on the meds, she's gonna go right back into doing, and it's gonna be worse than what she did with the ashes. If the police did not intervene and arrest her, not arrest her, but put her in the hospital, she would have done something else. So if she doesn't get help and really take it and really receive the help and actually comply with the help, then she's going to have another breakdown, and it's going to be worse than the ashes on her face. It's going to be more criminal type of behavior, and she's going to probably wind up behind bars. Because I can remember back when I was in Chicago, I was having issues with my family. I was in a cussing phase. I was manic, but I was just cussing everybody out loud. Everybody I can find, everybody's getting cussed out. I was dragging them on the phone, calling them, cussing them out. Everybody cuss all day. And I post all the videos on Facebook, everything, letting know all my family business. And I cuss. And so they got the order of protection. They removed me out of the home, and then I moved to Texas. Still wasn't well. I wasn't diagnosed at the time. Calmed down for a little bit. Then the mania came back up. Then boom, 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 boom. Then criminal behavior in the library, the destruction in the library. So finally, I committed a criminal act. And that's when the state of Texas, the mental health services, they intervene and make sure, just like Jaguar Wright, you can't leave the hospital. And that was for the first time I was diagnosed with bipolar. And I got diagnosed. I had got released out of the hospital 2 months later. I got out of the hospital after those 2 months. Didn't comply with the medication, ended right back in the hospital. I had other issues, mania, thoughts, all type of stuff. And then one day I kept going, and it happened on the second or third day. It took me a couple of times to really comply with what the doctors are telling me. I do good in the hospital, but when I get out, I wouldn't want to take my meds or see my psychiatrist. And then boom, one particular day I got out, and ever since then, I go to my doctor's appointment and go take the medicine and all that. Just like I went to the doctor a couple of weeks ago. She said, "Oh, Wiley, you're overweight. You need to lose weight. That's not healthy." Then it finally clicked with me. And then now I've been walking every day, eating right every day. And then now when I go back, and you're going to see the weight loss. So when I'm saying for Jaguar, when the doctors give you instructions, Jaguar might need to listen to those instructions, because that is what to help her. If she don't do it, if she continues she will continue to deal with these situations, and everybody will be able to see it because in her mind, she's going to always live stream. She's always going to be on social media. So we're going to see this. To the average person, you don't understand what Jaguar we're going through. I understand what Jaguar is going through because I personally experienced the same thing that she's dealing with. Maybe not the same disorder, because many people say she's schizophrenic. I'm not a psychiatrist, but I can tell that she is going through mentally. And so that's why I can speak to her in love, and I don't judge her because I went through that as well. And my situation was on the news the same way she was on the news and locked up on the news. I was on the news too. You can Google my name on the news, the library situation.
No, I used to see you in the beef sector when you used to walk to work.
I understand that. I was in the news. I was in my 20s when I had my mania, when I had that major breakdown. I was in my 20s. I'm 32 now. But you don't see me in libraries tearing up stuff. Why? It's because I'm complying with the doctors. I'm taking the medicine, not only taking the medicine, but sleeping, eating right, and all of that. And so that's what Jaguar must comply with the doctors, and she would be better. She would be able to manage what she have. And that's why.
Wiley, what triggered you? What triggered you? What were some of the things that triggered you?
I can't really get into that because this is a topic about justice for Levontray. We have to talk about that another day. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. All right, we'll talk about that a whole nother day because that's like a whole nother show. Because we talk about that so over and over and over and over. We'll talk about that right now. We talk about Dr. Larry Reid, and we're talking about how justice for Levontray. Okay, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Hey, I have one question. So, do you think? Well, I heard you telling King Josh that he should denounce Larry Reid. So do you think that if it's found that Larry Reid has done these things that he's being accused of, do you think Bishop Jordan should publicly denounce him as well?
Absolutely, Bishop Bernard Jordan. Why would you stand with somebody that's been accused and if he's found like guilty in a court of law, of course. I think Bishop Bernard Jordan should sit Larry Reid down and say, son, let's pray about this. Let's go to a fast. I don't think you need to do interviews. But Larry Reid told Mr. Wiggins that he's not listening to that type of advice, not saying anything, because he said that he make most of his money from online. And he said if a lawsuit going to take years, but yet you still feeding the beast by going to Tasha K rejects channels. So you think these rumors going to simmer down? It's going to get worse because if they drag Tasha K, then Tasha K, she's going to go another 100. So if you wanted to dilute these allegations, then you need to go a different type of way. Maybe bring Yolanda Adams, do a record with Yolanda, bring her on the show or something like that. I don't know. But going on Armand and Storm channel, that's not going to stop Tasha K to do what she's doing because her message, she got Levontray, she got Levontray's mother, she got Levontray's wife. And who do you have? Tasha K rejects. It's hard to compete with that. It's hard to compete with that because not only do you got Levontray, but you got Levontray's wife. You got Levontray's mother. And so that's very effective. And they are on-camera interviews. So, and you going on the Reject channel that was in cahoots with Tasha K under her breast. She kicked them out the kingdom, out of her presence. And the only reason why they are dealing with Larry because they can't deal with Tasha no more. So that's not going to dilute Tasha. That's going to make her come even 1,000 because she said, oh, what we tapping on? We on something that is right. And so when I'm reading the comments before he delete them, they're saying that Larry Reid, you're moving around here like you're guilty. Because if you're innocent, you need to be having your lawyer and suing and dealing with a professional PR firm that went to school, that know how. You need a crisis manager. Somebody type in the chat, crisis manager. Somebody type in the chat, crisis manager. Because what Larry Reid trying to do, he's funding YouTubers, but this is a crisis. You need a skilled crisis manager to handle this crisis. You're dealing with a crisis here, and you're trying to do it, and you're not doing it correctly. You're not doing it effectively.
Right.
Just not. Going on Armand and Storm, that's not going to dilute. What's going to happen is make people more tune into TashaKLive.com and listen to what the mother and what the wife have to say.
Yeah. I think he should go to Bishop Jordan. He should confess his sins. Let Bishop Jordan escort him to the nearest police station so he can give a formal statement and then move forward. You're right. Talking to Storm and talking to Armand is not going to make him not guilty in the court of public opinion, because we see him and we see the play. So, yeah, you're right. Well, thank you, Wiley.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello. Welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wiley. Just to say, I understand with Larry. Yes, it don't look good. And Larry's going to get his day. Tasha's going to get her day. Even Whitey. But two wrongs don't make a right. And also with you recording Jives and telling him that you wasn't recording.
All right. I told you no name dropping. If you want a name drop, you have to Cash App. All right. You have to Cash App. You have to hit the Cash App. You can name drop. You've been calling in, brother, for days. You know, you want a name drop and talk about that. That ain't the subject here. We saying justice for Levontray. And why deciding to go on these people. Welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hi, Wiley.
Hey.
How you doing?
Doing wonderful.
That's good. So I wanted to talk about Armand. So I was.
You there? Okay. Oh, you hung up on you. Hold on, sister. You wanted to say something against Armand. Hold on. You hung up. I'm sorry. Oh, wow. You have to call back in. How long we been on here? All right, that was it. We done. We're going to give our closing remarks because we've been on here for 3 hours. Thank you so very much. Okay, no, I didn't hang up on her. No, she hung up on herself. Okay, so on tomorrow, we're going to go back live again. We're doing a fasting. If anybody want to join the fasting from 12 noon to 6 p.m., if you like say, hey, Wally, I want to drink some water, that's fine. I'm going to try to not eat and drink for 12 noon. If you can't comply, do it for an hour and or two, whatever the max is you can do it. We're going to do a prayer call tonight. Oh, no, I'm sorry, tomorrow night. And all of that. So we're gonna do the after show tomorrow. I believe we're gonna try to do after show tomorrow. It all depends on how late it's gonna be. We're not gonna do one tonight because I got to get some rest because we have a busy day on tomorrow. So I'm not gonna do an after show tonight. We will resume all of that in the upcoming days, but maybe tomorrow we can do like a pre-show and everything like that. So we're gonna do a fast. If you want to join us, a fast from noon to 6 p.m. No eating or drinking. Or if you want to drink some water, that is fine. And if you want to say, hey, you want to eat, because I was raised when we were fasting, when I was raised in the church that I was, we didn't eat or drink. We had what they call was a shut-in. So we would go in church and we would stay in a church for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We would leave Sunday morning, go take a shower, and come back that Sunday night. That Sunday afternoon for church, and we won't eat or drink for those days. And so that's why I'm used to it. And so you say, hey, I just want to drink water. You weren't raised in it, that's fine, drink water. And that's definitely what you want to do. But we thank everybody for calling in. Thank you to Mr. Ponder. I do want to read these super chats that we got and that we didn't get a chance. Yes, we will be reviewing the interview. Absolutely. We will be reviewing the interview. Passionate Bliss said fake receipts will be exposed in court and cannot be debunked online. Hence the drop the lawsuit, YouTube collaborations instead. That's what Passionate Bliss said. Also, we have somebody else. Was that Amanda MBS? She said, y'all need to ask Larry why he was ran out of North Carolina and why he tore up Marco's parents' marriage. That is what Amanda NBS said, sent in a super chat. Passionate Brent sent $9.99. And Amanda NBS, she sent us a $5 super chat. Thank you all so very much for that. We're going to take Cardi B down. Church announcements. We'll be in Vegas October 9th October 6th through the 9th. Thank you. 2023. This will be our meet and greet we're going to be doing. If anybody is in there, you want to meet us and you want to have a good time, we will be in Vegas. This is our second meet and greet. Last year was a success, and I believe this year going to be even further success. I believe over maybe 15 to 16 people signed up that said they want to attend. We sent them the information, like the hotels and stuff, for those that are traveling from out of town. And we give y'all a lot of notice because we understand bills, and we wanted to make sure we make this announcement before taxes. So for those who get the refunds that will want to book the rooms, we want to make sure we make that announcement right before you get your taxes. And so that will be October 6th through the 9th. Now, if you want to sign up, if you want to email me and get the information for Vegas, because all the communication will be through email, email me at wileyshowproductions@gmail.com. Email me at wileyshowproductions@gmail.com. Email at wileyshowproductions@gmail.com. Email me at wileyshowproductions@gmail.com. wileyshowproductions@gmail.com. Put in the message meet and greet, and we will respond to you in that type of way when we come to that. So again, we are definitely doing that or in the meet and greet, and that's going to be that. Shout out to Regina Show. Congratulations on your meet and greet. Thank you, Regina Show, for that $5 super sticker. Also, thank you to Limbra Confessions for becoming a new member. So you can RSVP or Wiley Show at production@gmail.com. The reason why we want to RSVP because we're going to get a party bus. We want to make sure that we, and then you have to pay your share for that. And we want to make sure we get the right party bus and we get the right amount for we can split it between us evenly, so we can make sure we get that. And then we're looking into getting going to a concert as well. So we're looking to see which artists are performing. So that's why we're communicating on an email, so you can know all of this. Last year we went to go see Usher, and it was absolutely fun. So we don't know who we're going to see this year. So we will keep you all the way updated on wileyshowproductions@gmail.com. So you can email us if you want to attend Las Vegas meet and greet, and we will definitely be there on October. Let me make sure. Let me take this banner down so you all can see that on October 6th through the 9th, 2023. All right. We're definitely doing that. Thank y'all so very much. I also want to thank you to my staff for making that flyer for that way. Thank you for that. Thank you, brother, for making that for us. You know who you are. We will be reviewing the interview with Tasha K Rejects on tomorrow night. So we ask that you add to the text list, because we have a text list. Text Wiley to 888-534-4939. Text Wiley, put in the text box Wiley, WILEY, to 888-534-4939, and you can be notified when we go live. All right. If you want to contribute to our show, we have a Cash App, $ Marquise Wiley 28, $ Marquise Wiley 28. If you want to contribute to that, shout out to a couple of y'all send in money orders. Some of y'all send in money orders, so we thank you. Y'all send it to the PO box, so you can write it out to Marquise Wiley, and you can send it to the PO box 701122, Dallas, Texas 75370. PO box 701122, Dallas, Texas 75370. So if you're sending a check or a money order, you can send it over to the PO box 701122, Dallas, Texas 75370. Okay. Also, we have a Twitter. You can tweet us. We do have a hashtag, Justice for Levontray. We definitely have that actually on Twitter. If you want to join that and tweet us on Twitter, we do. We're actively on Twitter. We got 3,282 followers on Twitter. So if you want to follow us on Twitter, you can. We have a hashtag that started, Justice for Levontray Andrews, and that have definitely started. So if you want to join the conversation, you can definitely join the conversation over there on Twitter. Thank you so very much. Make sure you subscribe and like the video. Little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you're enough. When things get hard, put God first. Thank y'all so very much. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. Until next time, blessings to all of you, and see y'all in the next show. Peace.